Hey, what's up, guys? And thank you for the follow. We will be heading to the Niaq Mail. Deep inside the Killer Tundra lies a city that took notice of the defense of Cortia and extended an invitation quite a while ago. So, we'll see how the players play this out. Let's go check in with them and see what they're already getting up to. Hello, players.
Hello, Seth.
Hi, person.
You're all generally gathering around. I'd like everyone to make me a history roll.
All right.
History?
Hit the ground running.
What? History? Really? I got that low? Okay.
Osri Smarticles.
Osri is Smarticles.
Oh, great.
Waiting on 2 more rolls.
Sev, are you capable of having my sheet pulled up because I can't use my
not
computer?
I have to write everything.
How about y'all send out
do
the
you
call
know
to
your...
someone else then because I can't play at that point?
I will assign it to someone else. Who do you want to roll for you?
Do you know your numbers?
It's a +5.
Okay. I'll roll it now. Well, I guess he's assigning it to me.
I have my sheet on my phone, I just can't use Roll20.
I'm going to copy all your abouts. They're going to go away for a second and put them in GM notes for you.
Okay.
This way,
18.
nothing will be seen by anyone else. Remind me at the end to copy them back. There you go. So, going to the rolls. Who are we missing? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rolls. A 6-person party.
I think Salion rolled for the other person, too.
Rolled for Joshua as well?
No.
I don't know.
I did Sumter quickly while you were still doing it. But...
So, Azuri.
Joshua.
Hi.
You may ask me 2 questions, as you've previously read up about the Niaq Mail, or maybe you heard a Bard's Tale, but you have some basis of knowledge. So what are your 2 questions before you depart?
What is this all about? And
The city itself?
is it a death battle?
Okay. Well, you generally know what's on the paper, then I will read that again to you, since that is the only basis of knowledge you have. On behalf of the great General Jorger the Exalted, I bid you congratulations to you upon pushing back the army of the Knolls. We wish to extend a friendly challenge to your bravest to come to Niaq Mail and take on a few of our soldiers in a spar. We hope you will see the benefit in such a fight with our soldiers. Signed, Lieutenant Commander Miston. That is what you know what this is about. And a death battle, you know that they train and a donation comes in. Rhyme donates $5. I dub Guadia worthy of a random magical item. We'll get to that in a second.
Oh my.
So, you also know that they are a militocracy. That they train like they fight. So you know that there will be no holding back. There will be no blunted weapons. At best, this is gonna hurt.
Oh boy. What is Osri getting herself into?
So, we will then scroll down. Amara, you've never... Amra, whatever. Amara, Amra, whatever your name is. You've never... I mean, you heard the name on the bounty? But that's about it. Gradia. You're outside the... Are you outside the mustache or inside the mustache?
He was inside the mustache.
Alright. You go up to get up, and you trip over a bucket, and underneath it, roll me a D100.
Alrighty.
Okay, I apologize for not talking for the first bit. Something happened.
17.
17. I'm gonna be nice and say you can re-roll because I know you won't use it.
Alrighty. 63.
63. God damn it, non-magic. Roll me again. Last time. Otherwise, you're getting something you might have to trade with someone.
19.
Well, you're getting a sentinel shield because you rolled a +1 shield, a sentinel shield, and a wand of web.
I get the feeling that this is a message from the dice gods.
The dice gods say that you should not get hit as much. I will pull out a sentinel shield and assign it to you.
Okay. So, what's going on?
Oh gosh. I have a feeling we're fighting orcs or something.
Okay, I'll have to make it. Just remind me later to pull out the information. Follow?
No worries.
Because it's not in the SRD. I was just gonna pull it out too quick, but so Sentinel should just remind me of that at the end. That's what you know about this radio. Yen. The winds have told you nothing. Nothing at all.
Okay, cool.
You've never heard of it. Much like Grady had never really heard of it. So that will take us to Sumter. You may ask one question about the city prior to leaving.
Who?
Sumter. On an 18, one question.
About the city we're going to?
Yeah.
May I give a suggestion?
Nope. This is his question.
Sure. Suggested.
I suggest to you that you ask how guarded the city is.
I was considering how guarded. I was also considering how militaristic. So I'm gonna go with how militaristic is the city and the government.
It's a militarocracy. It is run by the military. The military
Alrighty
has
then.
all the power.
Okay, that's good to know.
So,
And by extension, they're probably guarded.
would be a fair assumption.
You're not gonna try to steal anything, are you?
So, you guys make your way up towards the teleportation circle in the upper district. They confiscate your weapons for a time as you're walking. Give them back to you because you are leaving the city. You stand inside. Niaq Mail has paid for the transport. As the bright arcane lights swirl around you and almost blind you before you find yourself in the middle of a frozen tundra. You are not in front of the city because the city itself does not have a teleportation circle.
Oh,
Where are we then?
You would recognize, at least I would say, as Zuri. Actually, everyone give me, I'll say give me a nature or history, your choice.
A nature
Or
roll?
history. Nature or history, your dealer's choice.
Alright.
Oh.
Nature, history, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Osri's
Well-
father has taught her well.
With those consistent ones.
Well, I got 12, so.
And then for Sumter. Okay, so Sumter, Amra, and Azuri. You guys realize that you are smack dab somewhere in the killer tundra.
Oh no.
Oh, this is so not
I
cool.
tuned my stuff for him.
Wait, it is cool.
Osri's unprepared for this. Osri's now cold.
I pressed
No
it
one's
to dictate
prepared for
boundaries.
this.
Quady is. Quady's been wearing fur-lined clothes.
I could walk around naked and still be warm.
Actually, you couldn't because you can't attune yourself all the way to warmth.
Oh, great.
There
What-
is
what-
a good wind, and those of you that aren't prepared, it's really cold. And in the tundra, there's not a ton of trees to cut the wind, so the wind is kicking your butts right now.
I'll put
Would
the coat on.
precipitation actually help for once?
You could create something 1 degree warmer.
Alright,
You're still
do it.
freezing.
I mean, if it'll help, will it?
I can start a fire if you guys want. I can
Fireball.
Set the tundra on fire.
Would anyone
Technically,
like to make me
fireballs.
perception checks?
Perception?
I would.
Go ahead, Quiddy.
Oh,
Can I roll? Yeah, everyone.
Wait, you recognize that, I mean, you wandered quite a bit in your days.
Alright.
You recognize there's not signposts as much as there's markers, more natural-based markers, and Sumter, you would also pick up on this, kind of leading you, Azuri, as well, towards the direction of the town. They're much lower, kind of built very, deep into the ground, so they did the winds and stuff don't knock them over, and they don't get buried in snow. But you quickly recognize the way towards Niaq Mail.
And since Guadia has the Outlander ability, he's going to make a mental map.
Okay. So, as you guys follow along for it's about an hour, you eventually come to kind of large, it almost looked like frozen water. Wait, you seen a frozen waterfall before? Water, like it almost looks like blocks of ice that have been carved in a defensive wall around this settlement.
Okay. Where are they?
They're just ahead of you,
Oh, okay.
and they span for like your vision each way.
Would I without any roll figure out that these might be the city walls?
It's pretty evident.
Oh, okay.
They look more carved than anything else. So, you guys make your way into the city and you see what's before you. Tight-knit housing. The windows almost seem, you see windows, but the glass, even from this angle, looks much thicker, trying to keep it warmth. And every building you see, even though it's the middle of the day, looks like it has massive light sources in it as you kind of walk into the town.
Joshua just... Wait, are there guards?
There's people walking around, guards. They don't seem too distracted by you. They make mental notes.
Joshua runs to one of the nearest torches, warming himself up.
Yeah, there's braziers in the streets.
Yeah, he runs to one of the nearest heat sources, who just warms himself up to it.
Osri follows along because she is probably very cold since she is small and she doesn't have that much muscle or fat.
Yeah.
You eat a lot.
She eats a lot, but she has a fast metabolism, mind you.
Yeah, like all halflings. They're all stinky. Just kidding.
A large brooding Goliath, kind of in this fur-lined armor, walks up to the group of you. And who's here speaks giant?
I can use comprehend languages.
I don't speak intimidating.
Does anyone speak giant?
Nope.
I can use comprehend languages.
Okay. As it starts, you wouldn't know this beforehand. It begins to speak to all of you in what you would recognize as giant, being around a couple people that spoke it. This kind of deep, throaty voice. And looks at all of you as, there's that. And then Josh casts comprehend languages.
Oh boy, I'll click it then.
Who are you?
Joshua... I mean, I'm the only one who actually understands him, keep in mind, so... I say, we are a group of adventurers. I am Joshua, and then he proceeds to say everyone else's name. And who might you be?
That's not what I asked. Why are you here?
Oh, why are you here? I didn't hear. Why are you here?
He asked who are you and why you're here. He's not going to give you his name.
We are here for the... what's that?
The spar.
The spar. The spar. The spar, yes.
Spar.
That. We are here for the sparring, our adventure friends.
He raises his eyebrow at most of you, and you all recognize this as Josh responds, in common to him, and he just looks at you, and again, just there's a deep, heavy sigh, and then a laugh. You don't speak our language, he says in common to all of you.
Josh,
I'm afraid not.
give a sigh. No.
I'm sorry.
I mean, my father speaks a lot of languages, but not giant, sadly. Maybe one day he will.
Comprehend languages. It works.
And you're all here for the spar.
Yep.
You're the
Joshua
great
nods.
heroes of Cortia.
Well, some of us.
Two of us are. Guadia speaks up.
He kind of look. He eyes up the Dantis. A little. You get a little. There's a little more respect based on your size here. Azuri, as you kind of look around now, hearing the giant, seeing this huge Goliath. Give me just Azuri and Sumter as the small-sized creatures here. Give me a perception check.
Working on it.
Thank you.
And I'll wait for
Mind
Sumter.
you, he has amazing perception.
Oh yes, quite.
He sees diddly squat.
Yeah, something you don't really recognize it. You're kind of a little bit taken aback. Recent events, being thrown into the sky, nearly dying. Kind of still
Yeah,
probably
that.
have a little bit shaken. Azuri, everything here is gigantic to you.
This is true.
It's
Isn't
this was
that
not a build.
normal?
No, but compared to normal, Cortia is very much built for humans, elves, that kind of race. So it's something you're normal to, right? Yeah, and where you grew up, everything was more halfling size, so that was really nice. And there's accommodations built for halflings. You went to you went to Everwind, right, Desiree? No, you did not. In Everwind, they accommodate for halflings because they have a halfling population, but the majority of them are human. So they would build kind of staircases and stuff to stand up so they could stand at a bar and be normal. It was very much accommodating. Here, everything's even bigger.
Ozzy's just gonna gaze around wide-eyed, like...
Like, you could
Oh
stand
my.
on Sumter's shoulders and probably still not reach the knob.
You can stand on my shoulders and you'll be
I
at
mean-
least half as tall as Gladia.
I'm pretty sure Josh was the tallest one here, standing at 6'2". So.
And tough.
Tough.
Yeah. Ozzy's gonna be she's gonna be amazed at the size. But
So
she's
the-
also gonna take note that it's the giant city.
Yes, it looks very gigantic to you.
Okay.
So you know where you're going.
Wait, what do you say?
So you know
no.
where you're going, he's asking.
I think no one does. No.
No, we don't know where we're going,
Looks to Gladia.
sadly. Could you point us to the right direction?
There you go. Someone's a people
To
person.
the spars. Then he points towards what looks like the center of the city. You're going to the Grim Coliseum.
Joshua sighs. What a wonderful and inviting name, he says quietly to himself.
Do you know what a coliseum is?
Yes.
Have you
the place
seen
is-
one?
I mean, I have. Joshua hasn't.
Thank you, kind sir.
He nods. Just move along then. Stay out too long and you'll get frostbite.
Yes.
As Ozzy is shaking.
As Joshua is shaking.
He looks to
Yeah.
Azuri, who's probably the worst off out of all of you, based on her normal dress, and just looks at you and goes, "You can get better clothes here," and then walks off.
Thank you.
There's a
I'll
slight
look
problem.
into that.
So, you guys are standing near the gates. As I wonder, did I not start shooting?
My character's gonna ask an important question for Ozzy. Well, for the giant, but
The
important
giants
for
walked
Ozzy.
off.
Oh,
Ah.
he just asked that to everyone else. So
We won't have to face him later.
I wonder if they have halfling size.
Yeah, you should have thought about that.
I doubt it.
No, you could start a new fashion trend. It's called extremely baggy pants.
It's called extra thick.
Oh my god.
Um,
Joshua looks into the Coliseum. What does he see?
oh fuck, I know.
What is Joshua looking at?
He's looking into the Coliseum.
You're not there. It's miles away.
Oh, well, he tries his best to look at it then.
You see kind of like a large stone structure. You can't be sure it's the Colosseum or not.
Yeah, that's fair.
Quadia starts heading towards the Coliseum.
Well, should we,
Joshua-
get some clothes for Azri first?
Joshua looks back, seeing her shivering. He sighs, and that would be best.
I could say, that would be a bad idea.
Quite.
No, don't set the halfling on fire.
I was thinking of setting your clothes on fire, then I realized you need those to survive.
That would solve no problem.
Okay, so we're going to the clothing store.
Okay,
Yes.
where's the clothing store?
I don't know.
I was hoping he
Is
pointed
everything
the
written in
direction.
giant?
Nobody
We're
asked.
at the center of the city.
Well, we look. Are there any like shop signs around that we can glance at to try and get an idea?
How many of you
Probably
read
all in
giant?
giant.
I can. If
Any
I can touch-
information we could, anything we could glean, like if there's any stores that might look like they sell clothing.
From
Any
what's
symbols?
around you right now, the only thing that you are currently noticing is like housing.
No
It
symbols.
looks
there-
like it all looks like housing currently where you are.
Are there any people around that we could talk to?
It's a city, of course. There's people.
Willing people there.
Probably.
Alright.
How are you gonna?
Joshua tries to find one of these people using comprehend languages.
They
Comprehend
sum it up,
language
yeah.
stays up for an hour.
Oh yeah, yes, sir. Goes up to one of them asking where do you find a clothing store for this harsh winter?
Again, you see another large, this time Goliath female, just looks at you and raises an eyebrow and tilts her head and says something giant. What?
Joshua sighs, wandering back to the group. Many people might not speak common here.
Yeah.
Maybe speak giant like we did.
No, Joshua asks the group, does anyone know giant?
I know some giants, but I don't think I know their language. Looks to Gladia.
Joshua gives...
Quadia quirks a brow. He's like, I understand how to speak to orcs, elves, and basically druids. I don't know giant.
My
Give me a
great
perception.
Lidney knew
Well, you're not really
giant.
but you're huge.
Perception
I mean,
check?
he just flaunts his muscles.
Yes, but Guadia, please. And tell me what you get.
Alrighty, one sec. 16.
You look through the crowd as you guys continue moving on. Because the worst case scenario, you can turn around at this point. But you're continuing on as you make down, and you see
You're
green.
breaking off. I didn't hear you.
You see green.
Wow.
You see like a green person. That you
Is it a good?
you're pretty sure it's probably more of your nature, but again, you're not sure how you would be
Viewed.
viewed. It all depends. You have no clue how, whether it's a full orc, a half orc, or another Dantis. You have no clue what it is. You just saw it kind of walking, and it seemed to kind of walk down like at a crossroad, kind of take a left. Your left, it's right.
Quadia will go forward to approach.
Yeah, so you kind of, is everyone following him, or is he going alone?
Of course, the Indian's following Gladia.
Sure.
Following me.
What they're doing.
Follows.
So you eventually see a what seems to be a half-orc male. What you did see is he's carrying a big basket. It looks like he's delivering something. And he's just about like 10, 15 feet ahead of you. He hasn't seen you yet.
Quadia will speak up in Orcish and say, excuse me, a moment of your...
Turns around. Yes. You see he's a half-orc male. Yep. Seems, doesn't seem to be in terms of what you saw so far from commoners. Same dress doesn't, you don't see shackles or anything.
Which is certainly a good thing in Guadia's view after everything he's been through lately. Guadia will speak up to the man in Orcish and say, "We are recent arrivals into the city, and we were wondering if perhaps you could point us towards a clothing store because our halfling friends here are a little underdressed."
He looks over and goes, "Little?
Hi.
Many of them are." He looks down and into common. "Hello, little one."
Good afternoon.
Amra waves.
Hi.
Ozry's looking at you, I think.
Yeah,
Yes, looking at Ozry, said hello.
Ozzy.
Hi. She waves.
You're going to be heading to the Central Zag. That's where all the shops are.
And which
Is that
direction
near
would
the
that be from here?
Coliseum?
It kind of, the Coliseum's the heart of it.
Okay.
Stores are around it. The lower Zag is down by the ports. And he goes, "You're in the upper Zag right now."
Always good to know. Zags are the districts.
Yes.
Do you
Thank
happen
you.
to know much about the spars that take place in the Coliseum?
Big events.
Do you know anything about the most common fighters that are there?
Those wishing to move up in the rankings. More wins, more money. Better life.
How do you win?
Generally killing the other opponents.
Joshua sighs. Joshua sighs and shudders more than he has been, despite the cold.
Beasts
Have they?
to be
If
anything.
when they have guests, do they tend to also kill
Guests.
them?
You
I
mean
see.
prisoners?
No.
No, we are actually the defenders of Cortia.
He looks at the group again. Really?
Joshua looks away.
Well,
Yeah, we-
two of us a little more than others.
Hey,
We killed
Don't
gnolls.
casually
I
roll.
help fight against hags. I should be considered a hero.
We stop first.
They've killed gnolls.
Oh yes, I did help defend that place. Not from that one thing, but the other thing. Yeah, that one.
Joshua just keeps whistling away, knowing he has no place in this conversation.
And Joshua was in the war, I think.
No, he wasn't.
Oh,
So, would they also kill honorary guests that aren't prisoners?
He literally just shrugs. I'm not a member of the military. I couldn't say. I work
Well,
with
thank you.
furs. That's about it.
Do you happen to have any extra furs available?
Nope. He kind of opens what he has, and it looks like they're just scraps he's bringing back. It's like there's meat and stuff in it. It looks like he's probably whatever was not sold off. He's probably delivering it to someone. Grady, you would recognize this is probably more towards along lines what they'd feed like trained dogs or dogs are training. It's literally scrap meat.
Ah, corgi feed.
looks as
I don't think what they would describe as corgis would be a corgi for us.
Corgi?
No, not that.
probably dire corgis.
What?
Bigger than dire corgis.
No, not
What?
them eating the corgi. That's what you
For
feed
the
to
corgi.
the corgi.
What?
It's dog food.
Yep.
Feeding
We're
corgis
really
to other
big
corgis?
Dogs. No, they're
It's
not
a
dogs.
corgi.
What?
No.
He looks.
Guadia points. He's like, that's dog food.
This is moose. That's a common word, right? Big, and he does the antler thing with his hands. Moose, right?
Joshua
He looks.
stuck
He
with-
looks. He doesn't like his common's really broken. You figure he probably speaks Giant because he lives here, and you know he speaks Orcish. Common, a third language for Hapwork, not super common. Our Hapworks, with all due respect, not exactly the smartest tools in the shed generally. So he's just moose. That, and then he says in Orcish, that's the common word for, and he would use the moose equivalent in Orcish
Guadia
too.
nods.
Okay. Because you have Azri freaking out over there, and he's like, "Oh, did I say something wrong?"
Do they have any schools here?
Schools?
Yes. Magical, arcane, scholarly.
Oh,
Thank you.
magic's for the weak.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I need to know that.
Do you happen to have any extra parcels available
Jan gives him a high
for sale
five.
for meat for our halfling's pet back at home?
Hey, grabs out like a chunk. You have somewhere to put it. Like, you know, you literally call him on the street. He doesn't have like paper or anything to wrap it up for. He just grabs a handful of like moose chunks, still bloodied.
Joshua
Wait,
looks
he
holds
reaches
it out.
into his satchel and takes out some ragged clothes and wraps it around the moose. And then he's going to give the half-orc a gold coin for his
He
assistance.
looks at it, his eyes go big, and just goes, "Maybe you are heroes," and quickly like stuffs it somewhere. Because a gold coin to a commoner is a huge amount of money.
Yes, and that's one of the reasons why Quadia did it.
May the winds bring you what they can. And she's just ready to go now.
He just looks and goes, "May the winds not crash your ship too," as you walk off. For you, it's a religion. For them, it's things that kill you. High winds in the middle of the tundra will kill you.
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh.
Well, Joshua looks at the group. Shall we head to the Colosseum then? He says, exasperated.
Let's
Seems-
head
I'm
towards the
not
market.
sure anymore, to be honest.
I think they won't let us leave unless we do.
Let's go to the
There's
market
nothing
first.
stopping you from walking in or out of this place. They're a militocracy. If you were stupid enough to come in to commit crimes, you'll probably be mowed down.
Let's go to the market and get some clothes for the halfling.
Before we have to carry along a giant shard of ice.
And
Yeah.
Mesari sickle.
I don't mind being carried.
I have control over her if she's frozen, right?
What?
I mean nothing.
Josh aside.
Quadia starts to head towards the markets.
And the rest follow.
As you make your way down, there you see for the first time a pair of kind of signs. There's about four buildings here as you kind of come to this large. You can see it. You're going into an intersection, but it's almost circular. You kind of get that's probably where the break to the central Zag is, based on if the Coliseum, which is a circular building, is in the center. All the roads are not like in a, they're not blocks. They're more circular in the center. There are four signs, two on each side of the road, overhanging buildings here as you first get in there. Would you like to know what they kind of look like?
That'd be
Sure.
appreciated.
The first one actually has a book on it.
Okay.
And that's about it. It's very, very you get anything that you've seen so far, and even in style and everything else, very simplistic. They don't seem to have a great kind of art, centric. It's not a very artsy city. They are pretty much we survive, we fight, so we can survive, right? Like it's a very simple, what seems to be code of how they do things. So one has a book, and it says something in giant. The other one seems to have like a glass with a single ice cube carved in it, and then a very small bit of what looks like a liquid overhanging it. And the other has what seems to be two. You can't quite make out the race. It's not the greatest carved, but it looks like they're two male figures back to back on a sign. And then the last one has simply a crate on it.
Joshua is more curious about the books.
All right, so
Armor-like.
we can break off if you'd like to. That's able to be done. If people want to go in certain places, you can.
If we do, I hope we would split up into groups.
Yeah, don't go.
Would anyone else be
You're in a
willing to
new
go?
city.
Would anyone
You
else
don't
be
know.
willing?
I believe at least the other mage would be generally curious about the bookstores. At least Amr would be.
I'll join you. Wait,
Osri's too cold for this. Osri needs clothes.
All of them are inside Osri.
Yeah, all of them are inside, so.
Yay.
Alright, Joshua and whoever else said they would join them. Go over to the books then.
Okay.
Okay.
Now,
So Joshua, who's all going to the bookstore? We'll do that first.
Amra is.
So Gangan, Joshua, Amra. Anyone else entering the bookstore?
No, actually, if I can.
I'll join them.
Is
Sumter
Sumter
will.
coming along?
Okay.
Going there?
Yeah, I'm going in there right now.
Amra, yes.
Then we're all going, I guess.
All right. Well,
No, Osri is going to find clothes.
I'm wherever Azuri is. Sorry.
Alright, so Ozra, you're heading into the central district then.
Yep, and Guadia will accompany Osri.
Okay.
Thank you.
Again,
So those that are going into the bookstore.
Joshua and
It's 3 people.
no,
It's Sumter,
Sumter, Joshua, and that's it, I guess. Gang.
Amra.
Oh, Amra. Okay.
Okay, so you guys walk in. As you walk into the store, immediately the warmth of the building itself hits you, and you're like, "Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's so nice." As it is very warm in this building.
Joshua smiles. I guess they missed out, huh?
Or all the other
You-
buildings are this warm.
Oh, wait, you do
right,
know competent. Otherwise, we couldn't understand anybody.
Comprehension. It'll work out well here. All right. So Joshua looks around. What
You
does he
look.
see?
There seems to be desks set. At various kind of every 25 feet, there's a desk with a chair. In the center, there's kind of a large circular desk, and then the walls themselves are lined with bookcases. And there is a second floor to this building that has an open overhang. And as you open the door, you also hear a chime, a very small chime. You look up, but there's no bell, not belt. 1 moment! And then she says it again in Giant, and she says it again in Half-Orc.
Joshua understands all 3 of those. Just
Well, we got common.
You hear Common first, then you hear Giant, and then you hear Half-Orc.
Joshua stops looking at whoever just said that.
You don't see the person until you look up at the balcony. It's like, oh, out-of-towners, that makes sense. 1 moment, and she kind of, this large, but she's defined, but not hugely muscular, half-working woman comes down. Yes, welcome to the Eos Library. How can I help you?
Joshua asked her, would there be any books on music?
Well, there are, of course, bard tales that have been collected and, stored here. So, yes, there'd be books on music. Not to really teach you how to play or anything, but, if you already have musical talents, then, of course, you could read some things.
Joshua nods. And then, could you point me in the direction of these, then?
Yes. And she goes all the way to the back, right shelf. There's not a huge selection, I'm sorry. Not a very musical city.
Joshua nods and then goes over to that selection.
Okay.
Amra will just ask in general what kind of books she has. Say.
Mainly whatever's been found and brought that they couldn't sell.
You broke up just whatever's found?
Basically whatever's found and they couldn't sell to passerbys. Not exactly a culture that has been worried about books. So,
Looted from enemies?
yes, conquests found, sold in some cases.
Any books on magic?
A few, and she goes, basically go across from the bard. And then looks to Gangan. And you, my
No.
dear.
Sumter.
Oh no, I wasn't there. I'm
Oh, you
sorry.
weren't there? Okay.
I was
Then
on
looks to
mute. I
Sumter.
was on mute. Sorry, I was on mute.
Hello, my name is Sumter Rarison, and it's a pleasure to meet you.
And she leans down and shakes your hand. A pleasure. You're gonna have trouble here,
May I
dear.
ask your name?
She's like, you're gonna have trouble here, dear. My name, of course. I'm Brocky.
Brocky, thank you. Yes, I understand I'll be having trouble along with my other companion who went off looking for more clothes. But thank you for letting us come inside and hide from the cold for a bit.
Oh yes, you get get used to it. Learn to dress, survive.
We're working on that. there are 6 of us. We are here to visit a tournament as guests, a sparring match of some sort, and we just thought it'd be good to check around the town for a little bit, investigate this lovely bookstore you have.
It's a library.
Libraries are some of my favorite places.
Mine too, that's why I have the only one in the city.
You cut out there.
Yeah.
Mine too, that's why I have the only place in the city, dear.
And again.
It's why there's the only one in the city.
Oh. Well, congratulations, lucky you. At the very least, you have travelers to come and appreciate what you have here. Mind if we look around for a little bit and
of course.
warm up before we head back outside?
Of course, of course.
And I assume Sumter's going to join the other magic nerds in their corner.
Okay. So we'll cut to the other 3, because you guys are all together, right? Azuri, Guadia, and Gengen?
Yay!
Okay.
Yay, sorry about that. I forgot I was on mute. I wasn't on mute.
You walk into the central Zeg as you start to see more and more signs. What exactly in a sign are you looking for?
Something that represents clothing. Like
Probably
maybe,
either a needle or a shirt or something like that.
or like some vest or pants or even shoes.
Alright,
Something related to Goodwill.
so as you... I'm just trying to find the name for this place. You
Heck,
end up
even.
coming across... So these are the signs you see. You see what looks to be like an obelisk and a mug. You see what seems to be like starbursts on a sign. You see what looks like a caravan, like what you would assume is like a caravan wagon that has a broken wheel. You see, eventually you do come across what has a needle. That would probably be where you would stop, I would assume.
That's where Guadia would suggest from his travels going through the plains and everything else.
That could be 1, 2 things. Anyone else considering it?
Yeah, Azra will follow along with you. She does not know what to expect in this outer world stuff, since she was holed up into her mansion for her whole 19 years.
If it's not a clothing store, Azuri, do you have any boo-boos?
No.
Okay, just wanted to know.
So as you open the door and enter in, again, Azuri, finally, real warmth.
Azri's gonna get onto her knees and be like, "Ah, yes! I miss the warmth."
Now they really can't see her.
A large Goliath woman comes out like, hello, is that oh no, it's a halfling. And she says this all in giant, by the way. And then looks at all of you.
Guadia looks at her with a slight view of confusion and tries speaking in Orcish to give it a shot. Hello?
Responds back in giant. And you have no clue what she says. Doesn't seem to understand.
Guadia tries in common. Hello.
Okay. And it's very broken. Very broken. And then you hear in giant calls out to someone probably in the back room as you see a Goliath man come out. Ah, so you don't speak our language. Common? Work for all of you? Not seeing the two of you?
Yeah.
He doesn't see Azuri because she's on her knees behind, and there's a counter.
Sadly, no, I was unable to learn Giant during my travels so far.
Well, I'm Ilkin, and this is Lani. We're the Stormfinders. Apologies
I
for
need
my-
clothes.
Who said that?
That would be the little one over here,
He
and Guady
leans
will
over
step
and looks
aside.
down. You're...
Hi.
And he says something to Giant. A halfling. Albeit, I haven't seen one of your kind in quite some time.
Really? Well, we don't really like the cold, so maybe that's the reason why.
He more motions to like the door and how high the handle is. Without friends, I doubt they could enter most of the buildings here.
You broke up a little.
Without friends, I doubt they could, see reach most of the handles here. So it's probably why we don't see many of them.
You know what? I think that is absolutely correct.
So what can, basically my wife, do for you?
We'd like to acquire for our little friend here some proper clothes for the winter because she is rather cold out in the walkways.
He stifles a chuckle and goes, what about your more normal-sized friend, motioning to Gengen, who's not also in winter clothing and is cold?
Cloak.
Yeah, it's not going to help you against tundra.
Okay. I could use like a jacket. That would be nice.
No pants? You want to be cold down there?
Wait, no parents?
Pants.
Pants.
Oh, no pants. Oh gosh, I forgot. Yeah, I need all of that.
He says something in Giant to his wife, who immediately walks over to you again and kind of measuring you up and says, our apologies. What is your name?
My name is Ayagan, but most people call me Gangan.
Gengen, if that's okay. We have maybe something teenish that might fit you.
I guess that'll fit. Since,
And then he looks to Azuri. I mean no disrespect with this, my dear. However, only toddler clothing will fit you.
What?
Dude, have little booties.
But
Giant
I
toddler.
am 19 years old. I am not a toddler.
You're a toddler for
You're the
them.
size of our toddlers.
You gotta be. Oh.
Their teenagers are
They're very
getting
warm.
the 8 feet range.
I promise you'll be very warm.
Well,
Actually, I'm gonna buy her something.
okay.
And he wanted to make sure before they brought it out,
I'll buy her something as well.
and says something in Giant to his wife. So again, I mean, it's a little bit more kind of, it's nice, but it looks like it moves a little bit on you. Like there's room, because obviously if they're crafting something that you're going to need most of the year to survive, they're going to make them a little bit bigger so you have room to grow into it. And she finds you, so there's a little bit of room in it, but you put it on and it's warm, it's nice, very finely crafted. And then Azuri, she brings out and undoes the fastenings, and you realize it's like a one piece, it's a onesie.
Yes!
No. Osri's not. Osri's face is gonna be red. She's gonna be like, oh, yeah,
I'll pay for it
that
for her.
toddlers. We don't. Oh.
I'll pay for it for her.
2 gold.
She shoots Gangan a dirty look.
Okay,
Don't
so
you
that's for both of them?
Dare say
2 gold each.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'll pay 4 gold.
That they take it. They, you guys get dressed. Azuri in her giant onesie. It's a little stiff in the arms, Azuri. It's a little bit stiff in the arms.
Osri's gonna look to Gangan and be like, if you say anything about this back at Cortea,
I won't.
you're gonna regret
Until
this.
then, this is all the fun for me.
Guidia points down behind Osri and goes, "Is that a butt flap?"
Well, yes.
Oh my god.
That is perfect. Oh
Miss-
god.
Miss Osri, I would advise you to make sure that when you leave each day from the room, that you make sure that that is buttoned down. Otherwise, you're going to be showing the world all of your business.
She's gonna pat her butt and be like,
Yeah, there, it's right there.
uh, uh. She's so embarrassed right now. She's not enjoying this.
Big Brother Guidia.
So, well, I guess we'll go back to, as you guys finish your transactions, we'll go back to those in the Eos library.
Oh
So, what exactly are you guys looking for? I mean, Joshua, there's tons of different stories. You put your hand on them to understand them because they've been written in giant.
Yes. What am I reading then?
You know, various hero stories, tales of the land, great hunts. It's very, hunt and conquest more in what's stuff in giant. You do come across a few books in common. There's nothing special here. It's, a big majority of stories that get around.
Yeah. Alright. Joshua sighs after, scanning, I guess, all the books, and then turns to his other friends. You guys find anything?
So, do either of you have comprehend languages spells?
Nope.
Okay. For the most part, you guys are finding a lot of books in giant. A few books in Orcish, if you speak in it. Do you speak Orcish?
Nope.
Okay. A vast majority of the spell books and stuff you come across are of no use to you. You find a few in kind of common, very basic beginner stuff that kind of probably got pawned off by an adventurer when they decided, hey, this spell book's pretty much toast. It's got a bunch of spells I don't want in it anymore. It's time for a new book. And that's a lot of what you find.
Joshua looks at some of the books, not understanding them because he can't touch them, but figures since he can understand them, he would scan a few of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's all sorts of different things and spells, stuff like that. Not spells that you're particularly attuned to, we'll say.
I see. Joshua sighs again. Not much to find here, I'm afraid.
Seems so. But at least we're warm.
Joshua sighs until we get outside.
Don't remind me.
She looks to you, the two of you that are wizards, right? Amara and...
Yes.
Yes.
We do have ink available if you need them to copy spells.
Oh, I was looking to get some of that, actually.
Yeah, it's the ink that we use. We do sell it by the bottle.
How much would that be?
I believe it's the 10 gold. It's just the regular, the ink you need for the books. It's like 10 gold a vial.
Okay. I'll go ahead and buy 4 bottles.
Okay, she takes your 40 gold. So take the 40 gold off his sheet, Cillian. Alright, she puts them all down in kind of like a little wooden box with 4 slots. She puts down 4 of them and hands it to you.
Thank you very much.
Ma'am,
I'll put them in a bag of holding very carefully.
would you happen to have any druidic books? Do you have a large selection?
Of druidic? No, they tend not to let their information get quite out there. At least around here.
They're a large community of druids.
But you will have those who walk the tundra. They'll come in to trade and get supplies.
I understand. I see.
Within the city, none.
None. Okay.
And that's kind of the status quo for most cities. You're not going to have a lot of druids that live in cities.
So they specialize in warriors?
The city, yes.
Joshua asks the bookkeeper, are there any books on rapiers? Or or daggers.
Yes, weapons. And she points. It's more towards the front.
All right, Joshua scans them, hoping to find one for a rapier or dagger.
Yeah, I mean, you flip through most of them again. Lots of them are in giant. You come across a common one, and it just kind of has like a kind of difference in rapiers and how to craft rapiers. It looks like a blacksmithing book.
Joshua puts back, seeing it's no use to them. Well, he looks at the other two. Shall we find the others?
In hindsight, perhaps we shouldn't have split up in a city we don't know the language of, but finding them is probably the best idea.
Quite.
Joshua nods. Then let's be off into this gigantic city.
And she then waves, have a good day.
Thank you for all your help, ma'am.
Don't be out at night. None of you are dressed for it.
Sorry for the inconvenience.
Joshua waves off. Okay, now, how the heck are we gonna find them? Oh, God.
Well, as you guys exit, where is the other group going? You are stood in the kind of central zeg. Would you like to know what the other signs are around?
Sure.
All right, so you can from here you can see the Colosseum. You can see again. There's an obelisk kind of thing with a mug that's almost the obelisk is coming out of. There is that starburst pattern. There is the caravan wagon that has like a broken wheel. There is what looks to be like two swords behind like whether it's a deer or a moose, you're not sure. And then there is what looks to be like an armor, kind of like a breastplate on one of the stores.
We can go check out the Starburst thing.
Okay. So
Oz was gonna, like, be embarrassedly walking behind, mumbling to herself.
I could wear my cloak over it if you want. It still won't cover how you feel. I'm sorry, Ezra.
Alright, so you guys walk over and you enter into this fabled what is the fabled is what the name of it is. And a kind of nicely dressed Goliath male, Benzaz in giant speaks to you.
So who's doing the diplomatic stuff now?
Guadia looks forward to the giant and goes, "My apologies. Don't understand giant."
What language you say it in?
He's saying it in common.
To be fair, the other one that looks like they might fit in here. Welcome to Fabled. Just the three of you then?
Just the three of us for now. The others decided to go and look at books.
Right this way. Booth or a table?
Booth should be fine.
Kind of walks you towards this very nice table and says, you won't understand anything on the menus. Please, I will go get the menus in common. And kind of walks away from you. You're
Greatly
sitting in a very
appreciate
nice restaurant.
Realizes she doesn't know what she's eating, and then suddenly gets nervous.
So as he brings back the common menus, we'll quickly go to the other party. And so you three, what you see around you as you're standing outside the Eos library is what looks to be a glass with an ice cube in it and water. Seems to be two brothers back to back, and then there seems to be a crate that is broken open.
Joshua looks at the other two. Would you like to go find the others, or shall we go on some more shopping adventures?
I'd like to find the others, but the issue is we don't know where they went or where they may have stopped at.
Well, if they're done with the clothes, they would probably find somewhere to rest. Either that or the Coliseum.
Like a library.
Not quite, no.
Joshua chuckles. Joshua looks at the two guy sign or whatever and points to it. Do you think that would contain something worth noting of?
I think the tall fellow might be interested in whatever's in there.
So you guys head in there?
I guess so. Yeah.
As good a guess as any, from what we know.
Shrug.
All right. Well, we're going into the two guy shop.
Okay. So as you guys head into the thing, you immediately hear Giant call out to you. This place is packed. There's a bunch of tables. And then waits. Joshua, you hear... 1 minute, I'll be right with you.
Joshua, can I figure out what language that is or not?
It's definitely Giant.
Okay, Giant.
Remember that Giant is the primary language spoken there, so they're going to address everyone that comes in, pretty much.
All right. Josh looks at the other two. They said they would be right with us.
Oh, lovely.
And then you hear the pattering of feet, and around the corner you see a Niaq Mail.
Gnome.
Looks at all of you and goes, "Common then, right?"
Gnomish, please!
Gnomish, no.
He leans over to Gnomish and says, "How you doing?" We all speak Gnomish.
Common. I'm
Common
keeping
works.
common with them.
Joshua sighs, very cold.
Gnomish some other time. Common then, to address all of you.
Yes.
Welcome to the Streetwise Brothers. Table, booth, what do you want?
Booth.
We're actually looking for our friends. A human, a halfling, and an elf.
Sounds like a great
Halflings are
joke.
fairly rare. It is, I know. I believe I've heard it before, but I'm serious. Not many halflings show up, I bet. Have you seen any today?
He calls back, and a Gnomish just for you, but he doesn't realize Joshua understands him. He goes, "Hey, Southend, you didn't cook a halfling, did you?" And you hear cursing in the back.
Joshua laughs, and not wanting to tell everyone the others this.
Nope, I haven't seen a halfling all day.
Y'all want to sit down for a drink, or keep looking?
Joshua looks at him. I don't think resting without friends is a good idea right now.
Oh, I would like to ask a question, though.
Uh-huh.
Do you know the Colosseum very well?
Yes we do. Because people come and buy more after the Colosseum. I don't know what blood does, but yeah, sparks our business.
Yes, do they often bring on honorary guests to the Colosseum?
Prisoners?
No. Honorary, not dishonorary. Or something similar.
No. Not at least that I've known. Calls back in Gnomish again. He says no too.
Nobody from other cities for more of a diplomatic type thing?
Diplomacy. He laughs.
Sumter nervously
Okay.
laughed at him.
So, have you heard about Cortia?
Big city, couple weeks south.
Yes, they sent a note to Cortia about what we expected to be a friendly spar. How
So far,
likely
we've
is
heard
it to
that
be friendly?
people don't survive it.
Sure, I have no clue what they do. I am, as you can see, I am a cook and own a restaurant. I don't get involved with the fighting types unless they are giving me their coin.
Where would fighting types be that wouldn't be immediately trying to kill us?
Well, I would normally say the Colosseum, but apparently you're supposed to be killed at the Colosseum by your own words here. So, maybe the barracks, but then they'll probably kill you because you're outsiders. I don't know.
True.
Thank you.
Joshua sighs at all all this useless information. Shall we try to find them then?
Yeah.
It's a good idea. Sorry for the
Find the
inconvenience,
athlete
sir.
before she gets booked.
Goodbye, gnome.
He waves. No much delicacies for you then. And walks back to the paying patrons.
Oh, I'm just mouth-watering, dreaming of so much delicacies.
Josh doesn't
How
have-
about we ask one of the... Oh, they wouldn't see a halfling.
Wait. I can use sending. Yes, I can use sending and ask.
Yes, you can do that.
Aha! All right. Joshua uses sending and asks Azuri where they are.
Sorry, what do you respond with?
Starburst sign. Further down the street. Central. A little more central.
Joshua relays the information to the others.
Starburst, got it.
Onward!
Why didn't you think about that the first time?
I apologize, okay?
It's okay.
So, you head towards the central district. Central
I
Zone.
thought we were in the central district.
No, you guys are in the upper. You're almost in the central. You're at the kind of
Then
the-
yes, go to the
Yes.
central.
Yes.
So you head to the central, and you eventually do locate the kind of starburst symbol.
Bard utilities. I assume we go in.
Alright, you enter in as a large Goliath male in very nice clothes. Yes. And this is all in giant, so I'll say it because... Yes, how many help you? How many of there are? And
Comment.
both, or...
Yes, Joshua. Joshua says to him, if you may speak in common, please. And there's another group of 3 that arrived here previously, one of them being a halfling. Do you remember them?
He points to the table. Right that way.
May we join them?
Hey.
Yes.
Then the other 3 join them.
So, you guys are all reunited as the common menus are then brought to you, and there's a number of food. Anything you can pretty much think of, considering meat and bread, basically. I mean, they don't get a ton
Quadia
of
is going to
vegetables.
order basically the Last Supper.
Okay.
So we're in a booth, right?
You're like a large booth.
Are we at the booth?
So
at the bar?
Osri's gonna be in the corner of the booth, making sure Sumter doesn't see her in a onesie.
It's pretty noticeable.
Joshua
Are
looks.
we at the bar?
Yeah,
No, you're in a booth. You're in like a corner booth for everyone.
Joshua looks at the halfling. I see you had a change of clothing. Then laughs.
Azuri, weren't you less fluffy when I last saw you?
Shut up. I don't want to answer this.
Isn't she cute?
Don't
Seth.
you?
What kind of people do we see in this restaurant?
Pretty much almost all Goliaths. There's a pair of half-orcs. They all
Any
seem...
of them look... Sorry.
Go ahead.
Any of them seem like guards or people that would be in the military?
Give me an investigation.
Sure.
Yeah, a couple of them definitely look probably off duty.
Gan has 2 questions.
Gangan may ask questions then.
Okay, 2 questions. I'm
I
going
tell
to
them.
ask him. I've kind of had bad experiences, but no, I'm not gonna ask that question. I'm going to try to do my best to trust him. So, I'm going to ask about if he happens to know a way we could try to contact the lieutenant commander.
You're gonna ask the waiter? My best guess would be check at the Coliseum. Because walking up to the barracks as outsiders might not go well.
Okay. So what food is there to eat?
Meat.
Emotions, a lot of meats. It's, there's all sorts of different ways to cook it.
Any
Basically,
fish meat?
what
Seal
kind of?
meat? Fish meat or seal meat?
There's definitely fish.
Okay. I'll take the fish.
How big? How many pounds of meat?
Gen is a normal size.
I'm asking how much she's ordering.
She'd take a normal elven portion, so not much.
So a kid's meal.
Yeah.
He nods.
Do I get a little toy?
He looks to you and says, "Sure."
Yeah.
Joshua looks at him. May I have some steak then?
What kind of steak?
Are there cows? Cow steak? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, then I'll take some nice. I'll take quarter pound of half steak. Yeah,
So a kid's meal as well.
Yes.
Do you have a flank of owlbear?
We do.
Could I have one?
Nods, writes it down.
Kid's meal size, probably, for considering.
Scratches
size.
it out. Kids.
Just guessing the size of it.
Looks to Azuri and Sumter, splitting a kid's meal.
Yeah, I'm taking an adult.
He nods. He's like,
Just
I
kidding.
like this one. Writes down adult. What kind of meat?
Too late now.
Just kidding.
I'm going to pick off of her plate.
Suri knows her boundaries.
You're like,
Adult
no,
or kid's meal?
She
You can
apparently
impress
does.
him.
Nope, giving her the adult meal. Come on now. Don't back off now.
Just think of it as a to-go order.
You can go. You can do it, Azur.
Oh my gosh.
So kids or adults?
Adult for the halfling, says Josh.
Okay. Writes it down, and then looks to Guadia.
Fallen.
You hero speaks, but you're going the whole Last Supper? So you're ordering, okay. I'll go with that then. So it goes back, it'll be a few minutes. And walks back and puts in the order.
By the way, she would have ordered salmon.
Salmon? Okay. Alright, so eventually, are you guys doing anything before your food is brought to you?
Joshua looks around looking for a stage.
There is one. Can I set up in the corner?
Okay. Joshua
Doesn't look like it gets much use.
okay. Joshua looks at Azuri. Would you like to perform while we wait for our meal?
I am not getting up there in a onesies.
Do it.
Oh,
Josh is in pajamas.
By the way, for the bar, you might want to do instrumental. They will not understand your lyrics.
Joshua nods, was planning on it.
Make it provocative.
Provocative, no.
Alright.
Joshua looks at Azuri. Come on now. What's a bard that doesn't perform?
I'm in.
Still a bard.
Fine.
Alright, Joshua smiles and then beckons any waiter over, asking him if they could perform on the stage.
Motions to it.
Then they go on the stage, and someone left. Then they roll. I'm rolling for performance now that we're gonna play them.
What are you
He's
playing,
rolling.
by the way?
Oh, just playing a rather calming tune, nothing too serious, and I'm playing it really poorly apparently.
My Discord crashed real quick. I just had to reload it.
Oh, thank you, Azuri.
So Azuri is playing. Horkin, what kind of music are you playing, Azuri? The same kind of calm, or is this a duel of bards?
It'd be very one-sided.
It's very one-sided. It seems to me that Osri's dominating you.
I had a poor roll. At least it wasn't a nat 1 like that number 8 over there.
So just before your comprehend languages drops, in giant you over here, look, the small child is outdueling this. You're a human, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
This human bard, and some guy grabs like a pretty much fully eaten fish and hucks it at you as when you do a 9, and he hits you square in the face.
Oh, come on. I can't roll like dexterity for that or something?
No, you're doing that bad.
Joshua chuckles. Well, not chuckles. He sighs and chuckles, knowing he was playing so bad it would have happened. He then sits down.
It seems that onesie is a magical musical onesie.
Yeah,
one of the large Goliaths approaches you, Zuri,
Okay, sorry.
and picks her up to eye level.
Hey, what are you doing?
It's an older female Goliath,
Oh, okay.
and then it just holding you in one hand because you're so small, just pinches your cheek, and in Goliath, a giant says up to you, and then puts you down and gives you a gold coin.
Ow, 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 ow. Oh, thank you.
Joshua
If
sighs.
I weren't 7 feet tall, I would totally try and help.
Oh,
Okay.
I regret my life choices.
She would have said, "Oh, aren't you just the cutest little thing, by the way, in giant?"
I figured.
And then she kind of lumbers back to her table.
Alright, is Zuri still playing or no?
No, you guys are all back at the table.
Joshua looks at Zuri. Well, you got a gold coin for that, so congratulations.
I have a feeling that I was being called something that I wouldn't want to be called.
Joshua shrugs. No way to find out.
Yeah.
The waiter comes back. At first, you guys see he's pushing this whole cart, and it's just stacked with food. And, he just kind of stops it and goes, the rest of your meals will be here in a minute, as this is just what Guadia ordered.
Nice.
It is like a little bit of everything. And the size is pretty big. So, okay, let's see how good my memory is. Peppers, you ordered
Kids meal.
a kid's fish, right?
Yep.
About the size of a 20-pound tuna is put in front of you.
What size of 20-pound tuna is a what?
Put in front of you, cooked. Head's still there, tail's still there, and it's not 20 pounds. It's more like it's probably like 5 pounds of tuna. All right, it's cooked. The scale's ripped off, but the tail and the head are still on it, and it's it's very nicely cooked. It's dressed up, and then we had someone who ordered the cow.
Moo.
Joshua. They don't know what quarter pounds are, so you get about a 5-pound piece of steak.
Joshua looks at it, smiling but sighing at the same time. Happy to get the 5 pounds, but sighing he couldn't get anything smaller.
Owlbear. A flank of owlbear. You get an entire leg of owlbear.
This is the kids' meal.
Yeah,
Nice.
it is the kids' meal,
Yeah.
and it is put down in front of you. Azuri.
Yes.
Look like it's kid salmon. This salmon is good 15 pounds, Azuri. It is
Yes!
bigger than you and Sumter combined, and it is put in front of you.
Oh, Joshua looks at the
Good thing I
fish.
didn't order anything.
Joshua looks at the fish, wondering what happened to it to make it so large. 15 pounds, my god.
Osri's just gonna rub her hands together, lick her lips, and just dig right in.
Isn't that a quarter of her weight?
Yes. How about?
She's like a shrew.
The third of Sumter's.
What are we, Comedy Central here? Freaking, I expected sparring, not comedy.
So, you guys do your best to down your plates.
Who succeeds?
No one.
Azuri
Azuri
gets a
tries.
good chunk.
Azuri, like the buttons on your onesie are kind of pushing out. There's a little bit of tautness. You have a food baby by the time we're done, and so does Sumter, who's also. And you guys have barely touched it.
Sumter won't eat that much. He just eats until he's not hungry anymore,
Okay.
which shouldn't be
No,
fatness.
no. There's a lot of fish left, Azuri.
But Azuri had made a good chunk in it, right?
Yeah. You definitely put a good chunk in it.
How many pounds are left then?
There's probably like a good 8 or 9 pounds of salmon in front of Azuri.
Oh,
Wow, she went through it.
yeah.
I'm giving her credit. I've seen Azuri put down cakes before.
Mind you, Azuri, when she orders a full meal, she orders a meal fit for 2 grown men.
Yeah, so she eats.
Okay, so how much did Joshua eat then?
I mean, you probably get like 2 pounds, 2.5 pounds down. If you're eating till you can't eat anymore.
Alright, yeah, that's fine.
How much would Benjamin have gotten?
It depends. Are you eating till you couldn't eat anymore?
I would probably eat until I'm still able to fight, kind of full.
Yeah, I mean, you have quite a bit left of your fish.
Can I change mine to be what Pepper said?
Nope, too late.
Darn.
And then Amra, since you really wanted the owlbear,
As much as
you
I
can't eat as much, and
No.
you've only kind of gotten like the top third of it, or to the
Just
bone.
enough to be full. But yeah.
Gradia,
Guidia
How
goes
does
to
it
the
see?
point of discomfort, but not to the point where he won't be able to move and fight and stuff like that.
you barely touched this. You ordered basically like a hero's feast. You ordered for the table, and everyone else ordered.
Yep.
And
Sounds about right. Where's the bill exactly?
the bill is then brought to you.
Oh, boy.
no.
Oh dear.
Is what are you paying for all of it? Or you all chipping it? How would you like to handle your?
Guidia.
What's the overall total right now?
The overall total, with everything that everyone has ordered, at the more expensive restaurant, the most expensive in the city, is only sitting at about 1,700 gold.
Well, who
Azuri's
has
gonna split.
I'll split.
split?
She's only gonna play for her salmon.
Yeah. If Josh was gonna pay for his kids meal cow steak.
Are we putting the bill on Guidia?
Did I get my
So
sword
Gradia, if everyone's taking out their own, Gradia, you owe 700 gold. For a hero's feast, that's not bad. To be completely
Yeah,
honest,
it's not bad at all.
the rest of you each owe 200 gold.
I regret.
Sure. What?
I regret life in general.
Osri, I'm giving you 50 because I did eat some of your food.
Oh no, yeah, that's right. Sumter didn't order. Hold on,
Yeah.
1 second. That's a different total then.
Math?
I mathed with Sumter involved. You have 250 gold each.
Why, Sumter?
So he doesn't
Dang
have to pay
it!
200.
Unfair things.
Now I'm stuck with 440 gold. I'm not rich, unlike some people.
So
You're still, Sumter, you're still gonna pay a little bit, right?
he's paid
I
50.
did, 50 gold.
So you would owe 200,
50?
Missouri.
I ate a very small amount of food compared to you and compared to the meal.
Why are we regretting our decisions?
I regret my
Would
decision.
you like us to wrap up, well, the majorities of your meal then?
Yes,
Joshua
please.
nods.
He just throws a sheet over the cart for you. He's like, that's the best we can do with what you have left.
Joshua just chuckles.
Everyone else gets like you get a pretty big box to carry yours in.
Guidia has now become Santa Claus.
Oh, did I get a toy though?
Yes, you got a small, carved duck
Yay!
made out of wood.
Yes.
Joshua looks at the duck. Well, you got
Each of you
a
guys
toy.
got one, by the way. You all ordered
Oh.
kids' meals.
Oh boy! All right, I'll add this to my inventory.
Except for Osri. Osri didn't get a duck.
It's my treasure now.
I will magically replicate the wooden duck and give it to Osri.
Yay!
Okay, so we're full.
Some of you really full.
Yeah.
And the sun's setting.
Oh, we should probably get to the place real soon.
Joshua,
try head there.
Joshua looks at them all. I don't think that'd be in our best interest. A coliseum would probably not have much heating for the ones who are still undressed.
We need to find an inn to stay at
Well,
for one evening.
Joshua also agreed with the inn decision.
The inn decision, yes.
But
well, if we're gonna get an inn, then I would suggest one room.
Joshua,
The
The
rooms
size
are
of this
probably
place?
quite large.
Joshua also agrees. But we would have to share beds.
I mean, I can make an igloo if you guys want.
No.
Yes, an igloo in the middle of the streets.
All right. Joshua looks
I
around.
can make a hut.
Joshua looks around at the signs, hoping to find one that resembles something that might be an inn. Does he see anything?
about where you are?
Yeah, about where we are, like outside of the store, obviously, outside of the restaurant, obviously.
There is one singular, like, you would guess inn or tavern.
Yeah, inner tavern, whatever.
Okay, I'm just gonna get you the name for it, because apparently I didn't put the inn's name here. Give me 1 second here.
What exactly does tiny hut look
Hammond's tiny hut. I don't know. I think it's like basically like see-through and stuff.
So
on the
you
inside.
you walk towards the one kind of inn-esque location that you see around you.
All right. Is anyone gonna follow me there? I hope people follow me.
Yeah.
Okay.
like? Are you sure you guys don't want to 30-foot igloo?
We don't need an igloo in the middle of the street, gang.
You know, I should probably buy like a really giant vase.
A vase?
Miles.
Yes. Golden. Little pot.
Okay, so
You're very quiet, by the way.
Sorry.
So you walk into it, and there is a large Goliath male behind the counter, immediately looking at all of you and just, in common, good evening.
a good evening to you too as well, sir. What would this place be?
This is the Careful Snowball Inn.
Ah, Joshua smiles. He looks at the group. So, how many beds do we want?
One will be enough. For everyone.
One bed for all. We don't allow that type of thing to happen here. We're a reputable establishment.
Oh.
Perhaps we should ask how large the beds are.
Oh, great idea! How large are the beds, sir?
They are built for Goliaths.
So big.
3 to 4 beds.
At least.
How big is this Goliath compared to like Joshua?
How tall is Joshua?
6'2".
He's 8'5". How much do you weigh?
I don't know.
He weighs in the 4 to 500s.
Okay, Josh.
Perhaps 3
So-
beds. Ish.
Yeah, 3 beds would be good.
3 beds in the same room or 3 separate rooms?
He looks at him. I think he looks at the group. I think same room would be best.
Yeah, same room.
Okay.
Osri, I'm surprised you vote for the same room with the state of your outfit.
I'm single. I'm going single.
Josh,
A single room.
Joshua says disregard her.
Actually-
She's rather embarrassed.
We don't
I
know.
don't see why. It's quite a fashionable outfit.
Yeah, it's really cute.
Well,
Joshua
then,
chuckles at these comments.
the 3-bedroom room, any quality that you are looking for?
What are the qualities available?
What you would consider noble and aristocratic, and then royalty.
Joshua looks at him. I'll let you guys decide this one.
What were the rooms again? I didn't hear that.
Noble, aristocratic, and royalty.
Noble,
high
probably.
You're in the middle of the city, of course it's high-end.
Yeah, I just realized that right now.
Is there a smaller inn?
Why would I send you to competition?
Why would I send you to competition? You've got a point.
Fair.
Joshua looks at Gangan. That's starting to sound better and better by the second.
Could we do 2 inns instead?
2 inns?
If you
No,
guys are still
2
once around.
rooms.
Rooms, sorry.
I wouldn't mind sharing.
Then 1 room. Noble.
1 room, noble, 3 beds.
How much? And how much?
Servants
does
or
this
no
cost?
servants?
No servants, I think, right, guys? He looks rather nervous for what this cost might be.
No,
Servants.
no
Absolutely.
servants.
Servants.
Can someone lift me up so I
In
can
fact-
see this Goliath at his desk for a second?
Room service? No room service?
No room service.
None.
5 of us are servants.
No room service.
You want 5 servants, okay?
No, no,
Oh,
no,
I thought-
No.
I thought you meant, is it going to include room for your servants?
No.
Our servants.
Can someone lift me up to
No, we
talk to
have
this
that.
Goliath, please? I'm small.
Yeah, I can't see you guys.
Joshua picks up one of the halflings. He doesn't know which
Gnome. Gnome.
Sometimes a no.
Sumter is a no.
I'm sorry.
One is slightly.
Sir.
Oh, no. Are these all your
Sir,
servants
I-
then as you're being lifted?
I understand that you run a very profitable and very high-end business, but we are travelers and visitors from Cortia. We are not exactly nobility. We were wondering about a more pocket-friendly establishment.
So, you would like me to send you to competition?
Joshua
I'm
nods.
asking politely because we don't. I honestly don't think we deserve to be in your rooms. We are a little rowdy.
Well, yes, you are little. Oh,
rowdy.
You don't have to worry about being rowdy. If you get rowdy, I'll simply call the guard.
It's
Howdy.
good. Yeah. How much for 1 room, 3 people, noble?
3 bed noble, you mean? Or 3 of you sleeping outside?
No, it's 3 beds. Yes. How much would that cost? 3 beds.
Noble, he kind of opens a book and flips through it. Well, there's the big fights. I only have the upper end noble room left.
And how much would this cost us?
Well, noble room, servants. He's doing math in his head. There seems to be no food. About 1,000 gold a night.
Joshua jaw drops at that price number.
I mean, there is 5 rooms, so
5 rooms?
yes, bath, everything.
Joshua looks.
We
at
don't
him.
need those.
Pretty much.
It's the only room I have of your price quote.
We'll take it.
Are you sure you don't?
Looks for the gold.
I can make a fire.
I'm not paying for this.
Well, then you're not
Oh,
sleeping
yes, you
in
are,
here.
mister.
I will pay for some of it then.
We're all paying for some of it.
Would you like the even split there? Because that's 200 gold. 1,000 gold a night.
200 gold. Oh god, I feel my pockets getting lighter by the second.
Yeah, could be worse.
It could be, but I only have 240 gold left now.
Well, you
Out
should
of
make
character.
recovery.
Osri's still good out of character.
Let me ask real quick. So all 6 of us are sleeping in here, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it was 200 a person, 1,000, right?
Yes.
That's 1,200.
Oh yeah, that is.
Oh yeah.
There's 6 of us, so
It's like 166.6 repeating if it's between 6 people.
how are we gonna do repeating? That's infinite.
So each of you
Someone
guys take 166 gold off your sheets.
166.
And then there's 2 gold pieces left over.
You said 160.
Hey.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And then 4 gold pieces need to be taken off someone's sheet after that. Niaq says the stream should be renamed to A Journey to Poverty.
Capitalism.
Journey into bankruptcy.
Journey into bankruptcy. That sounds about right.
I don't know about you guys, but Osri's pretty well off on her gold due to the hag hunts.
Joshua is not. No, he has never been on a single one-shot. He has less. Joshua literally has 274 gold left. He is not a happy camper in terms of his wallet.
Compared to every commoner out there, you have you could buy and sell them.
Yeah.
This is true.
Osri has.
Just think, you could be treasuring every single individual gold piece.
So, you guys are brought up to your room. There are 5 of them here. You have one large sort of, you have one room in here that has 2 beds in it, one has 1. You have a large kind of central area with a big kind of fireplace in the center. You then have a private washroom, and then you have servants' quarters built off the room, which also have beds.
So, how many beds in total then?
There's more than enough for each of you to have your own bed.
Alright. Joshua.
Some of you are going to be, if you're doing that, some of you are going to be sleeping in servants' beds, nowhere near the quality of the other beds. The other beds are really nice.
Joshua grabs just jumps on one of the already nice beds. Well, not loudly, keep in mind, just hurries to one of them. Mine!
Osri's
Amra
instantly
skitters
gonna run
over
to one of the
the
nicer
other
ones.
nice beds.
So
To
all
be fair,
the
we
nice
could all
beds have been
sleep on
taken.
these.
Gradia doesn't care.
Thought we
He
could all-
goes to one of the servant
Yeah,
beds.
Grady goes to the servant beds.
Wait, yeah.
Okay. Gang, what are you doing?
They're fine beds.
In the room?
Yeah. There's servant bed, or you can try and bunk up with one of the people on the noble
I
beds.
have a bedroll.
You can use a bedroll in the inn.
I mean,
We have open
There's extra
beds.
beds,
They're
yeah.
there's
If you want the really nice beds, you're gonna have to bunk up with someone.
Is there a couch?
Gan can sleep with Osri.
Oh yeah, because she takes up less than space. Oh yeah, I'll do that.
Osri, when you lay on this bed, it's like if a baby was put on a king-size bed.
Oh my god.
Oh god, I'm so happy you brought
You
small
have
people here.
a massive bed that you could fit a probably 30 or 40 halflings on this bed and not be worry about rolling over on
Wonderful.
someone.
Sev, you're having fun with this, aren't you?
Of course I am.
Osri's just gonna be jumping up and down. Oh, she's
Yeah,
also
there's-
gonna check her butt
there's-
flap.
It's fallen down in the last jump. You are mooning everything.
What? No! I'm gonna flush.
Joshua accidentally notices he blushes and looks away immediately.
Aw,
Osri's gonna pull it back up.
Yeah, you're rebutting it.
She's gonna jump a
You have
little
no
less
clue.
exciting.
You have no clue how long it has actually been down for.
Oh.
You think it was a last jump. You've been inside most of the day. So it's gonna get.
You know that restaurant we were in? Yeah, I noticed it.
No!
Yeah.
No, it
Joshua,
literally just happened. But it's
Joshua,
But you don't know
Oh,
that.
okay.
Yeah, you don't know that it just happened. Guadia is messing with you.
Joshua, from what he saw, is still blushing, looking away.
Okay, I'm going to sleep now.
Yeah, there's hot showers and stuff like that. Hot baths.
Yeah, first I'll take a shower, then sleep. Sorry.
Yeah, alright, I guess we'll take turns taking showers if you're the only one.
Osri's gonna take a long time in the shower.
Joshua's
Osri,
in-
there's all sorts of rare oils and stuff. You can
Oh,
really
gosh,
go
I
to
wanna
town
take a
with the
shower.
bath.
Don't use the shampoo! They charge extra!
They
Jo-
do? Oh no!
Gang gets made a bubble bath with the shampoo.
Not really. But
Joshua-
Oh, no.
In Joshua's shower, when Joshua's showering, he's singing. Oh no.
So
Based off of his last roll, we do not sleep because of him. No.
you guys go through the night, and you wake up the next morning, and I assume you guys for breakfast have your leftovers
Oh yeah,
Yes.
So what's
instead of buying another meal.
yeah, we're using our leftovers. But I imagine Joshua will eat to the point where he can still fight this time.
Same with Amra.
Yes.
Guadia is doing
She'll
the
probably-
same thing, but it's even better for Guadia because of the fact that basically the hero's feast ends up coming to basically a week worth of meals.
Yeah. Yeah,
Freaking-
picking away at it.
No, Joshua look at. Is he carrying the stack right now?
Sumter, do you want the rest of what I have?
So the morning, you know, you guys are sitting down.
Honestly,
The
I'll
door-
pick
the
from
door
anybody
opens
to
up.
get their offering.
Mr. and Mrs. Is there anything
Hi.
I can get for you? You did order a servant, and you didn't
No.
answer my knock last night. So nothing.
No, we are
He
fine.
holds his
Thank-
hand out.
Oh, wait.
We already paid, didn't we?
We didn't.
We're
order
just
any
leaving
servants.
after breakfast.
Yes. Do not worry yourself.
He's holding his hand out.
Yeah.
He's holding his hand. I'm imagining it for pay.
Umbra can't pay.
For tips.
Oh, for tips.
Yeah, tips.
I'll give him 1 gold.
I'll give her
Oh my gosh.
12 gold.
Okay.
That makes up to
Ozzy-
13.
Osiri will give him 2 platinums.
You stole my idea!
Hey,
Accidentally.
bows to Zaria. Well, thank you, miss.
I was going to do that too, also 2 platinums.
I'll give a platinum as well.
Bows to all of you, and then says, "Very well then. Check it out is by noon. I should warn you that's in about an hour. You all seem to have overslept." And he
Could
walks
you-
out.
Okay.
Could you
We
tell
leave.
us where the Palisade is?
Yes,
Joshua.
and he actually pulls like the curtains, and you see that it is midday sun. And he says, "That large building right there is the Colosseum."
Yes. Could I ask you a quick question while we're exiting and then going
No, of
down
course.
to where basically check out?
Everyone pack up the food!
Joshua packs
Thank you.
his portion of the meal.
2 meals, let's get going.
What do they tend to do? Well, okay. Have they ever had special guests to the Coliseum?
Not very many.
What has happened?
Well, they've enjoyed their time. They've sat in the booths to observe the bloodshed and death.
And what about the ones that were sent for fighting?
For a spar.
I would not know anything about that. Only
they
foreign
lie?
nobles and such.
Wait, could I insight the sheet of paper?
You can't inside the sheet of paper.
I can't.
No. It's a sheet of paper.
It doesn't talk.
What do you
It
want?
has no body language, since it has no body.
You win this time, sheet of paper.
What were you hoping would happen?
I don't know.
You wanted to read it for intents.
Like,
Do normally people from normally outsiders I'm sorry, let me rephrase this. Do outsiders normally get invited to go to the Coliseum?
Why,
I've done
yes.
them too.
Like I said, they will go into a booth and watch the bloodshed. Usually stay here.
To participate.
Not that I'm aware of.
I'll copy down what I remember from the sheet, and then I'll show it to the lady.
Know nothing about this. I am sorry, and I am not a lady. I'm a man.
Oh, sorry. I am so sorry. I was like,
Just because it's a servant, Gangan, good lord.
I mean, I'm a girl, so I'm...
Anyways, thank you. We gotta
Very
get
well.
packing.
Yes, they will charge you another day if you're not out of here within an hour.
All right,
He walks out.
he looks at the group. Okay, hurry up. Let's get out of here before we have to pay again.
Butt flap check.
It is currently down.
What? Ow!
It got
Guadia
snagged on the bed
whistles.
sheets.
Guadia whistles innocently.
Sumter may or may not have been standing behind you the whole time.
No.
Joshua didn't notice. Joshua didn't notice this time.
Next time, Joshua.
Roll
next time.
perception for butt Osri.
Wait,
For butt nuggets? Perception. That'd be an investigation to check for butt nuggets. Sorry.
No. Roll for perception to see if you catch Osri's butt.
So, you guys pack up and head out?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Wait,
we're back.
before that, Azuri, could you hold this little wooden duck?
Duck! Or something.
Sure.
I make a little snow statue of it. With the butt flap down.
No!
And then I'm ready.
And in 1 minute, it melts.
That's okay. I still had what
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, guys.
So what did the guy tell us, by the way?
He looks nothing useful actually. Just stuff we already knew about.
Well, no, he
That's
was
not ready.
really useful. He knocked multiple times,
Sorry.
and then he told you have an hour to get out before you get charged for another day. Kind of useful
That's
information.
true.
Oh, you get my point. About Coliseum information is what I'm talking about here.
We learned that again. Guests don't get invited to participate; they get invited to watch.
Yes, because
And
the
we
two people that had
immediately
information
got-
you chose not to talk to.
Womp
The
womp.
guards that were in the restaurant.
Yeah, why didn't
Oh
we
my
talk
gosh,
to
I
them?
forgot.
Guard? Oh, yeah,
Did we
I
get-
have to wear.
I think I figured that people would actually. Okay. Yeah.
Nobody pointed out to that the guards were there.
Oh yeah, nobody pointed it out.
Oh
Technically
yeah.
speaking. So nice job, whoever got a good perception check on that or investigation, whatever it was.
By the way, I have that weird, what is it called?
Butt flap
Hold
down
on.
disease? Yes.
No. No.
I mean, it's true.
Some lichens like having full moons. Osri does.
Apparently,
I
Ozzy
have
didn't want to
a-
wear her regular clothes underneath the
glad
outerwear,
it's
so she's
you.
wearing outerwear as the only layer.
No, okay. You know that brooch of shielding I have?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pin it to where the flap is so it won't come down anymore.
Okay.
Hey,
You might just lose the brooch of shielding on the floor ground as it
Oh
falls.
no!
But we'll find
Never
that out.
mind. No, no,
too
no,
late, it's been
no,
done.
Close eye on
no,
it.
Nope.
No
She already said
takebacks.
she's doing it.
No
She already
takebacks.
said she's doing it.
I was
No.
keeping a close eye on it.
So don't worry, Gengen is constantly staring at your butt. Nothing to worry about.
I was
Oh
going
god,
to
it's
say.
getting creepy now.
Oh my god.
Nothing at all unusual with Gan staring at people's butts.
But Ozzy, by the way, these what you're
really
wearing,
isn't actually.
what you're wearing, you know, granted it's a onesie, is it's the most comfortable thing you've probably ever been in. Like, it is super soft inside, it's warm. It was nice.
Except for the butt flap. Actually, do you know what she's gonna do? Here's what she's gonna do. She's gonna not use the brooch. She's gonna go back into the room. She's gonna quickly put on her bardic clothes, and then put the onesies on top.
There you go.
Nice job. Think using your head now.
Do you need a little igloo?
And the butt flaps down.
But it doesn't matter anymore.
Okay, is there any Okay, so what's out on the streets? People, I'm
People,
guessing.
yeah, going about their
Are
day-to-day
they
lives.
Where are they talking about the Coliseum at all?
You have no clue because they're speaking
I'm
giant.
not,
We don't speak giant.
Right.
I'm not using comprehend languages again. I need those spell slots.
No, you got them back.
I know. We'll need them for when we fight.
If we
All right, let's just head to
As the only person with comprehend languages, I deem you selfish.
I deem myself wanting to survive.
Guadia heads to the Colosseum because
Yeah.
Guadia is Guadia.
And
Yeah.
Joshua follows.
Wait.
Played around with that.
Joshua,
Osri demands to be carried to the Colosseum.
Joshua looks at her, being reminded of Yutari, but not doing it.
Guadia carries Azuri the same way he did during the hag attack. Slumped over his shoulder like a 4-year-old child.
And you're a onesie.
I demand you to put me back down.
I tried the potato sack method, but Amra doesn't know it.
So you're being carried like a spoiled child by Guidia as you make your way into the Coliseum.
Oh my god.
Large stone archways, a kind of very quiet currently, and there's a guard that raises his hand and speaks to you in giant.
We
My
speak
apologies. We don't speak giant.
He looks to another guard, looks back to you, looks back to the guard, says something in giant, and the other guard leaves.
Joshua's
And
getting
he's
tired of
standing
this.
there.
Joshua gets tired of this. Casting comprehend languages again for your guys' sake.
He doesn't know that you
All
don't
of our
understand him.
sakes.
Yes, exactly. I just cast it, so
Okay.
Why did you not-
any giant from now on will be understanded by me.
He just stares at you,
Hi.
hand on his weapon.
Guidia mumbles to himself in Orcish, "This is going to be a long day."
Joshua looks at him. Yes, I know, my friend.
Eventually, the Goliath that left, another Goliath, comes back, and then the third Goliath. Yes.
Guidia looks towards the newly arrived Goliath and says, "General, to come from Cortia to attend a bit of a sparring match?"
And he looks at all of you, looks to what looks like a spoiled child over your shoulder, and you brought
He
children.
cut off.
What looks like a spoiled child over your shoulder, and you brought children. Referencing
Josh-
Azri.
I am not a child. I am
Joshua.
an athlete. I am 19 years old.
Enter in
Joshua
child
chuckles.
clothing being carried.
They only had this.
They were the
Can you put
comfiest thing
Azri down,
that were
please?
warm.
Joshua chuckled at all these comments about Oliver.
Can we have an idea of what will be happening to the spot?
I have not been informed, but I can show you to your waiting room. He's just he's literally the first guy that spoke common that the giants went over and grabbed. Because they have no clue what you're speaking. They're just staring at you oddly.
Oh god.
We would like yes.
Oh, it's a chat right now.
So Joshua looks at the guard that is talking to them in common. Would you happen to know Lieutenant Commander Miston? I think that's his name. I'm reading that right.
Yes, directly in charge of our military, yes.
You see,
From the copy that I actually asked for.
and Joshua
Send us a
explains.
letter.
I don't know what it is. Okay, so Joshua explains that they got a letter, I guess, or he got something sent to the city of
We're Cortia.
Cortia. I knew it. Just leave me
I
alone.
don't care.
Cortia, and he's explaining that, and it was signed by Sir Lieutenant Commander Miston.
Yeah, which is why we have a room ready for you to prepare in.
Ah,
We
Joshua
could have
smiles.
done this the whole time.
Joshua sighs. We went on this huge adventure for no good reason.
I mean, we could have stayed in the igloo.
Let's go to the room.
Stay in an igloo.
Guys, can we just go to the room?
Yes.
Joshua
Okay.
follows.
They bring you down, like, and you're going almost what you would rather say. You're going underground. It kind of, you fall in this big stone tunnels lit by torchlight as they kind of open this big kind of double doors in and says, right in this. This will be where you are until it is time to fight. Shouldn't be too long. We just need to get the general down.
What kind of... Oh, wait, never mind.
Just wait for the lieutenant, I think. So we wait for the lieutenant.
Lieutenant
Joshua-
Commander,
What kind of room is
don't
this?
insult him like that.
It's a large, think of it like a locker room. It's probably where gladiators get ready.
Oh, joy.
Joshua sits in one of the chairs, tuning his lute, knowing he might for some reason play it in a battle.
Well, you're a bard.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, some of them use interpretive dance.
Yeah, Joshua doesn't though. So yeah, no.
Interpretive dance.
Oh.
That would go over well.
Yeah, no. In a militaristic city, I don't think that'd go over that well.
I would find it hilarious.
We all would laugh. I'll let you know that.
No.
So we
Yeah,
have,
So we wait.
Wouldn't
we
be
have
Osri doing it.
Azuri. We have Guidia. We have Amara. We have Sumter. We have Gan, and Joshua. I don't think you have a token yet.
Oh, I'll PM you the image I made using one of the wiki links.
Can you just put it up on your sheet?
I'm not sure how. I'll be honest.
Go to your sheet, go to the first page, and hit edit.
Yes, I know that. Oh god. All right. Oh yeah, there we go. All right, hold on.
Quickly.
So how's everyone's day?
It's getting
I've been
longer.
Butt
enjoying
clap
it.
check.
I've been enjoying it.
There.
I got to see some sides of people I did not want to, but it's there.
Sev, I think I
Yeah,
did it
yeah.
correctly.
Just fixing your token.
Oh, I wish I bought a little ribbon for Azoria's hair.
Ozri will refuse that. She already looks like a child enough.
Exactly.
How long are
I'm
we?
I'm surprised they think you're a child. I would imagine they would think you were smaller.
Joshua, not Joshua. How long are we going to be waiting for the lieutenant, might I ask?
You have no clue.
Does the locker room have a high chair for Azuri to sit in?
I mean, all the chairs are high compared to her, so yes.
Could I do a perception check on the room?
Sure.
Not 20?
It's got stuff in it.
Wow, amazing!
I was just trying to make sure it's like not like a yeah, by the way you can't leave, so all the doors just
It's a trap!
bars.
We just collapse, like the force collapse or something.
No, just steel bars appear out of nowhere.
And we all die, the end.
And I just need to get this real quick. Just gonna get the name of the guy you'll be fighting.
The first of many, I assume.
Oh, you'll find out.
It'll only take one to kill the entire team.
Maybe.
Hey, don't be such a negative Nancy.
He's being.
I can't help it.
Realism.
He is
Realist.
Realistic, yeah.
He is a damn tease. Like, you gotta be honest.
First thing first,
We're fighting
video to do.
Goliaths, so
Oh boy.
So those are the people I need to fight. Okay.
Wait, are we fighting like right now in the friggin' locker room?
Yes,
Oh,
you're fighting
not
a lot.
Oh.
me.
What?
Friggin', we're just being put in a battle here, like.
Sumter
Don't
needs
worry,
to
So
full
you guys
health.
are. You guys are. Yep. You guys are brought to the. Miston, a Goliath female, comes in and says, so then, I assume you need to know the rules of our arena.
yes.
Anything other than damaging magics is forbidden.
Wait, so I can't,
What?
Wait, so I can't use my summoning? Wow.
Yes, this is how. This is.
Can you repeat that real quick? My phone
And-
didn't pick it up.
Anything but damaging magics is forbidden.
Oh, so no charm.
That's literally all of my spells. Well then.
No
the
healing.
the healing is allowed.
Literally the only thing the only spell I can use is Vicious Mockery.
You can summon.
No, that doesn't damage it though. Does it that count?
You could summon creatures
It
if that
damages.
is your way to
I
damage.
think. I think they mean no, mind magic or
Correct. There's
like-
no sort of attacking one's psyche.
So, let me guess. No confusion, no...
Nope, no elements.
Correct.
If the
Wait,
spell has killer in the name, will it count?
Wait.
Does it damage
Yes.
their body?
Their mind.
Then it is not allowed.
Wait. So Bestow Curse has one of the options listed is my attacks and spells deal an extra 1d8 of necrotic damage. Would that count as damaging?
If you wish to curse someone in a friendly spar, then we can turn this to the death.
Okay, Joshua disagrees to this then. I will not curse anyone.
Seems fair.
I have a question.
Like a fair match.
Yes,
Are healing spells allowed?
they are.
Okay.
Oh,
And so I'm a bard and I can summon animals. Okay, am I allowed to use conjure animals?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
When you are knocked out, you are out. If someone chooses to bring you up, then you are considered eliminated. Normally, when you are knocked down, you are decapitated. However, this is meant to be friendly.
Okay.
So follow the rules, and it will remain 1-6.
So no mind-boggling spells.
I imagine.
We're out of here to say just nothing that is mental, right?
So okay,
Basically,
no psychic.
mental, no controlling effects, stuff like that.
No psychic damage then.
Correct.
I must ask then, would a snowstorm count? That's
Laying to the
probably-
terrain is allowed.
Okay, cool.
However, you'll find that that some of you might have some issues. Not apparently all of you dressed for the climate.
looks different.
So no mind spells. Did you say damage spells are okay? Like
Yeah.
possibly fireball?
Fireball, that is a damaging spell. That is more than allowed.
It's more than allowed. Okay.
Which means they'll be able to use the same things on us. So advisable to not bunch together.
Sir, yes, sir.
Got it.
As she then leads you to the front and pushes these large steel, and granted, these things are thick. Even before you get to see them be pushed open and kind of see, you realize these things are super thick. And she kind of throws them open with a very little.
They
sort of
don't have
effort,
magic. Just a thing.
and kind of motions to the side. Very well then. After you.
Wait, okay, yeah. What would be our battle plan? This.
That is probably something we should have discussed beforehand. As she motions you out and closes the steel doors behind you, and you see the other steel doors open across from you, and you just see a single Goliath come out holding a pair of swords and just walks towards you. Very well then, heroes of Cortia. Shall we have a bit of fun?
Josh,
Roll initiative.
Addy, roll initiative again.
Wonderful.
There's a button for it.
There.
Oh, don't mind that.
Click your token and
Oh, yeah. click
dispel
next.
the non-magical magic.
I didn't mean to click that.
Oh wow! I guess I won't be going ahead of you guys in doing one thing.
Oh, come on. I can't remember. Ugh.
Click your token, and then it says initiative right next to your armor class.
Wait, really? I can't see that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
You click the token on the map, and then
Yeah, I
you go
am.
click initiative.
I see like a gear, a little symbol thing, and then the four
Then you
numbers
go to your
above.
character sheet and you click initiative.
Sumter, I'm not doing too well with these initiative rolls.
Wait. Oh, God. I'm sorry. So Wait.
Open your sheet.
Yeah,
and
my
click
sheet's
the
open.
token, and then in the middle of your sheet, it'll say initiative right next to armor class. Click the actual word initiative.
Sumter.
Uh,
No.
I apologize.
I need Sumter
No
added
worries.
in there.
We all were new
Some
once.
Everyone in.
You can't see his token.
It's right
Yes,
across, it's right next to you.
Are we just fighting on this map?
Yep.
Or is it...
Good idea. You are first act.
Woohoo! This guy's obviously ready.
I'm throwing initiative.
I did. You did as well as me. I'm sorry.
Wait, so who's a warrior of any kind?
Guadia.
Alright.
Technically, well, Gyan can do damage, but not Dig.
Go ahead, good idea.
Alrighty.
Let's say you're about
Gua-
30 feet apart, so to make it simple.
Okay. Guidia is going to use his bonus action to rage.
Okay.
He is going to advance forward about 15 feet. And he is going to hold further action for when Joragir comes within range.
Okay. Missouri,
Hello.
it's your turn.
She's gonna move through here.
Let's see where- I see.
And we should have asked if ranged were okay. Oh, this is gonna be fun. She is gonna take out her crossbow and she's gonna fire at the guy.
Okay, fire away. Just gonna move you guys to the approximate range to start at. So behind. This is based on where you guys would be standing. Now the distances are somewhat accurate. A 12 was a miss.
5 feet apart from each other?
Yeah, you're and you'd be in 5 feet squares.
Okay.
Anything else? Missouri.
She will cast Bardic Inspiration on Guadia.
Okay. As your first Bardic Inspiration. Great, I'm just going to put a little marker so you remember you happen to use it. So she doesn't
Okay.
forget that you have it. So that'll take us to his turn. He looks at you and goes, oh, don't worry, we'll have fun. Down there and to this location right here.
Oh no!
He sees the fear in Josh's eyes,
Yeah.
and he's gonna make some attacks.
Ah, dear.
Now, mind you, they're gonna be saying different things. I'm using a different sheet, but it's so 26 hit you, Joshua,
Very much so, yes.
and then they have lightning damage on them, so another 3, so 17 damage on the first hit.
Ow! Okay.
So you just click your token, red
Oh,
bubble,
yeah.
and then minus 17.
Yeah, hold on. Wait, what was the number? Hold on, I'm using the-
17.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
Second swing at him
Yes. Hold on. Yeah.
for a 25.
Oh my gosh.
And I'll roll the lightning damage. 20 damage.
20 damage. Ah, yes. The casual number of 8. A very healthy number to be at.
And then Sumter, he's gonna swing at you.
Oh, thank God, he won't kill me.
And
Okay.
he'll miss. And that'd be his turn. Joshua.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Armor
it's my
class
turn.
is not the green circle. Armor class is your blue circle.
Yeah, I know. My armor is just that bad. So I will use my. I will cast Bardic Inspiration on. Gwenda as well.
Wait, Bardic Inspiration does not stack that way.
Oh, does it not? Oh, then
You
Only one at a
cast
time.
it on Guadia, and it does not take effect. You do tick down 1 and lose your bonus action.
Oh, there goes that. Joshua. I will conjure animals.
Okay. He will hit you again.
Ah, yes. All right.
He has
well, I'm
Mage
not-
Slayer. So
Okay.
28 hit.
Yes.
You-
And I am down. All right. Have fun, guys.
I'm just going to do this. You know, as Joshua hits the ground, you see a kind of Goliath cleric come over, grab him, heal him up, and pull him off the battlefield.
Well, I'm gonna grab some popcorn.
Gengen.
Okay. Well, that was the bard dead. Okay. I guess I'm gonna attack Chakram.
Okay. Miss. A crit's a hit, definitely.
Okay. And I'm going to use a key point.
Okay.
And kick the chicken again.
A 19's a miss,
Oh wow.
as is a 9. So your crit hits.
This guy's tough.
He'll take 15 damage.
That's half of my normal damage output anyway.
Okay, that is Gengen. You're staying where you are?
Yeah.
Sumter.
Sumter is going to open up with a shocking grasp.
Okay. Amber, you're gonna have to roll that.
Okay. Oh,
Shock and grasp.
Oh.
Cantrip.
yes.
A 25 will hit.
All right, cool.
For 12. Okay.
And for his bonus action, use Misty Step to teleport 30 feet northwards.
Just above Azure.
Sorry, I forgot that I had to do
That's
that.
all I got.
Alright. Amber.
First off, she's gonna realize it's probably a good idea to stay by the guy that can take damage. And how about I cast Witch Bolt,
Okay. Roll it.
3rd level.
Okay. An 11 is a miss.
Okay.
Anything else, Amber?
No.
Alright. Gradia.
Alrighty, Guadia is going to go towards Jaragir, and he is going to make use of his greatsword.
Okay. Miss.
So who gets the call when
Miss.
the Bardic Inspiration gets?
And
He
I will
is.
use Bardic Inspiration on the last one.
Okay. Which will hit.
Ooh.
For 28. Okay. Let's see something here. Okay, that's what it is. Gotcha. So minus 28. Gotcha. Anything else, Gradia?
Nope, that is it for now.
Azuri.
Okay. She is gonna move again. She's gonna move a little further outward, this way. Seeing that Joshua instantly got knocked down, she's gonna keep her distance.
Okay.
Good idea.
Thank you, Helben, for the follow man.
And she's gonna take another shot at him.
Alright. You will hit this time.
Sweet.
For 8 damage. Anything else?
Bardic Inspiration again on video.
Okay. That's your second use of Bardic Inspiration. And that'll take us his turn. He will roll this. And he'll heal back 7. And it'll be his turn. Well, I mean, wouldn't it just be unfair if everyone else Misty stepped? And he didn't. He misty steps right to Sumter. And I roll a d6 to see if he can do it again. He cannot. That was his one use. And 2 silver swords on Sumter for a 28 and a 22, Sumter.
I think those will hit.
And that is a total of 9 plus 4 plus... Total of 34 damage.
Cool.
As he slams down into you. I'll take it off his sheet. And that was his turn because he can't bonus action because he did a misstep. Gan.
Oh no! I run up to him. Wait, no. Actually, could I hold my turn until after Gladia goes?
You can. Sumter, it's now your turn.
Okay. Bonus action to disengage. Or sorry, action disengage, my bad.
Okay.
I'm waiting for my Twitch to load up and see where Gian moved.
Gan where you started. She's 30 feet south of you.
Okay. I'm just gonna go around him and run towards Guadia.
Okay, as you do with Sentinel, he hits you. Because disengaging doesn't do anything.
You're right.
For 32.
I'm out.
Yeah, Sumter is hit.
Sumter!
And he swings back the sword, and he just looks towards Gradia, realizing you're Dantis. And Norgus goes, 2. And that is those two. Amra!
I'm going over here. And down like one. Right there. Okay.
Okay.
Seems like a good time to hit him with a lot of things.
What are you doing?
A fireball.
Okay.
While missing,
roll it.
not hitting Azri.
Ping exactly where you want it. You don't have grids this time, so don't measure. Don't measure. I asked you to ping.
Well, there's 2 down now. Oh,
There
boy.
you go. Only him. Just out of the range. Yep. Roll it.
Oh, okay. And because he has to roll dex for this one.
You have
It's
to
gonna be at 5th
tell me.
level.
Okay, 5th level. Roll it, and then he'll roll dex.
I mean 4th. Sorry, I don't have 5th level.
Okay. And unfortunately, with
Wow.
advantage on dex. He's kitted out.
Oh, he does?
Oh yeah, he's kitted out. So it's 39. It would be 20, so it's 19, but it still hurts him. Still does a big chunk of XP.
Okay.
Yeah, he may be kitted out because he may be a named enemy that is the leader of the city.
Ah, okay. This explains a lot of things.
Explains why he's hitting hard and can misty
Yes.
step.
Yes. The misty stuff was the fun part. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, just to explain it to you. So that is Amra. That is everything correct?
Yeah.
Gradia.
Guadia is going to head to Jorgir, and he's going to hit him with the sword.
He's gonna. I believe. Would you like to roll your Bardic Inspiration or not?
I will do that.
You hit on the first hit.
And I still have my second hit as a possibility.
Which will miss.
Yep.
And that is Bardic Inspiration down, which will take us to Gan.
Okay, so I run up and I move in the way of where, Ozzy.
Yeah, Yeah, sure.
Does Josh's bardic inspiration still last?
He never got it off. He tried to put it on Guadia.
Oh.
Yeah.
First name I take. You're responsible for knowing your own class list.
Alright, okay. Then I'm going to... Yeah, you already know.
Miss. Hit. 24 hits.
8 point.
Miss. Hit. 2 hits this time.
Oh, cool. I'm making pace.
17. Alright. That will take us to Azuri.
Okay, noticing Sumter down. She has a clue that he's gonna pick off the more supportive people first. So she is bonus action casts Bardic Inspiration on Gladia.
Okay.
She's gonna turn herself invisible.
Okay.
Yes, she has a spell for invisibility.
Okay. You are counterspelled. Not by
Holy
him.
cow.
Oh gosh.
Wait, so
It is a buff, which were exclusively one of the people outside, their few mages counterspells you. Read the spell.
alright. I'm just gonna give him a thumbs up. Okay, didn't know.
What should be? You're not disqualified. That's what they're there for.
She's gonna run. She's gonna run as far as she can go.
Run, Azuri, run! 25 feet. Here, which direction you want to go? Like straight down?
Yeah. Like, maybe that way.
Right there. Okay. His turn. He's gonna do this real quick. He's gonna heal only for this turn. Then he's gonna use another special thing, because he doesn't like Gan punching him, and Guadia's done some damage. He's gonna use this thing, and I just need to make sure I have the save right on this. So give me one quick second, as I hope that it's in here. So, you know what? I know who has it in here. This game. I can go look at it. Opens up Crystal Sheet, because I believe she has the spell, which is spells. Maybe she doesn't. Huh. Let me go ahead. I'm gonna have to open the place real quick. I believe it's Constitution saves from Gangan and Guadia, though. Mm-hmm. And I'll have to measure out the other two.
From both of us? Because you
Yes,
chopped
please.
out.
Yep, both. At least the two of you.
Oh, great. Oh! I'm so proud of myself.
Oh boy.
Just scrolling down. I scroll too far down. It's not Dimension Door, I promise you. Where the hell is it? There it is. So this way. 30 feet. So from this point. Azuri and Amrite, you both need to make me con saves as well. Grady, you'll take half.
We have to make con.
Yeah, you're within 30 feet of him. Zuri will take full. And Amra.
I think I'm actually
Not from the center, it's closest point.
Hmm?
You're at 29-4. Because you weren't going from the center of your token when you moved, you went from the bottom of your token. You will take half. Only Guadia has resistances to damage, correct? So I can roll us all together. So everyone, Gengen, you'll take 36. Azura, you'll take 36. Amra, you'll take 36.
Guadia is also raging.
Yeah, 50, so 18. You'll take 9 after quartered. He then will actually show you what class he is, and Action Surge. And he's going to hit Gengen first. For a 24.
Yeah.
For a total of 24 damage.
24 damage. Ooh, I'm down.
Gengen is picked up by a cleric.
Oh,
You may take an attack of opportunity if you'd like.
For Guadia?
Yeah. He's then going to come right... Yeah, see, to get to Amra, he's going to go straight. 16. You're using a Bardic? Well, you did fireball him in the face. I mean...
Well, I don't think that a Bardic, even if I got a 6, would end up mattering.
You don't know?
Because I've missed at a 19.
You have missed at a 19. It's your choice. That's what I'm asking.
I'll save it for another
Okay.
action.
And Amara.
He hits.
25.
I know.
And
I'm done.
Yeah. Goes down.
Yeah.
And he just... He doesn't... He's just going to use his bonus action. No, he can't use bonus action. Never mind. So Amra's gone. Guadia. And Azuri.
Alrighty.
Guadia first.
Move down towards Jorgir. And since he has the capacity, he will do this. That's not going to matter. He'll do that. And then he will do that.
At a 20, you will miss. So AC is
Okay.
a 21. And isn't our Bardic Inspiration an 8? Not a 6. Pretty sure our Bardic Inspiration's an 8.
Oh, I was just going off the basic because I didn't know what
Yeah,
her
no,
level
she's
was.
all Bard. She's an 8. I'll let you reroll it. It's the first time it's mattered.
Reroll.
Okay, D8. There we go for the macro.
That will hit. For 18. Taking chunks, Guadia, taking chunks. And that will take us to Azuri.
Oh no. She's gonna cast Healing Word and Cure Wounds on herself.
Okay.
Healing Word at 2nd level.
Oh, I forgot to roll a d6. Nope, he loses Destructive Wave as well.
And I'll also do Cure Wounds at 3rd level.
Well, his 2 special sword abilities are gone, at least, Guadia.
Yay! This isn't even his final form.
So that'd be
Oh,
4.
he's not going all out. He's only using 2 attacks, not 3.
So it's 4. My thing didn't
But
get
he's-
fixed.
It's fine. Well, 24 on the Cure Wounds, and 11 on the Healing Word. So that's 35 health.
Wow.
She's jolted back with health.
dangerously healthy.
And she's gonna run again.
Run, Azuri, run! So
Move,
I will
go,
do it
go,
for
go.
you. And then top of your token, so your health bar, just put it on the 25-foot mark. Right there. Right about there.
Right there?
Destructive Wave. The top of your token to the arrow.
Like that.
Yeah, the same place when you measure on this. You try to same point, same point. Alright. He then looks to Gradia. Wipes a bit of blood out of his mouth. And again, in Orcish. Alright. I won't take it as easy on you.
If you're speaking, you got cut out.
He just looks to Gradia, wipes the blood out of his mouth, and says, Alright, I won't take it as easy on you. So he's going to use all his attacks around now. 26, 26, 27, and a miss.
The 26s and 27s hit?
So I'll roll these 3. I will add it all up and then I'll have it for you. Because you're a bear, right?
Yep.
It's 36 after being halved. You just watch as this barrage of blades slam into him. You know, each of these things blades arcing with lightning as it hits him. I mean, you've seen Grady get hurt, and you've seen him get worn down. You haven't seen him be hit this hard at once.
Yeah, she's gonna gasp a little bit.
Alrighty, Guadia is going to utilize his great sword.
Okay.
Not using GWM anymore because.
So I realize it's really hard to hit.
Yeah. Great sword, and I will go ahead and action surge to great sword again, and all of them miss.
Well, you have multi-attack, don't you?
That was 3 attacks, 2 attacks, and then I get an extra one for the.
One more. No, you get one more because action surge.
Yep.
Just stepping to the side, dodging each one. And he just smiles. There's a smile on his face all the time. He's enjoying the hell out of this. And he's going to go ahead and let Azuri take her turn. Because you're way up by all the people that are knocked out. So I forgot about you for a second, Azuri.
Yeah, funny. She's gonna healing word Wadia.
Okay.
Healing word 3rd spell.
3rd level? Gotcha.
3rd level. She's gonna be all like... Not as much, but she's gonna be like, you can do it! She is also gonna take a shot at him with a...
Okay. Azuri the sniper.
Pew pew!
Hit! For 10, since he hasn't used his reaction yet, he'll stone his endurance. And he'll take none.
Darn.
Hey, you made him use his stone's endurance, and he rolled.
Can she move also?
Yeah, she still has movement. Which way are you going?
She's gonna move not as far, maybe like that far.
Okay, token to token. Bar to bar, so.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's about right. Alright. It's his turn. Grady, he looks at you and Orca says, you should think about wielding a blade a little more accurately, and is going to slam at you. 25, 27, nat 20, and 29.
They all hit.
Oh my gosh.
So,
Feel the pain.
third one is the crit. Wow, you rolled a 1 and a 2 on the last one. That's terrible.
I am so happy.
Alright, the third right was the crit, correct? The third attack fallen?
Yes.
Okay. 1 plus 2 plus 8. How many hit points do you have?
51 right now.
That, you just took 43 damage.
And that's after half?
That's after half, yes. It was 86.
That is an exasperating amount.
And that will take us back to Gradia.
Alrighty, I am going to... Second wind.
Good choice.
And I think I will chug a greater healing potion.
Okay.
That's marked off. That's marked off.
And that will take us to
Alrighty.
Miss Azuri. Because you're not moving,
Yes.
right?
No.
You don't want to give him a straight run to her, didn't think.
No.
Azuri.
She is on a healing word, Wadia again.
Okay, what level?
3rd level.
Gotcha.
And she's also gonna Bardic Inspiration. Or
Him, okay.
him, sorry.
Alrighty. That's Zuri's turn. He's gonna tee off on you again. 16 hit you?
16 does not.
Ignore the last silver sword. I rolled one too many times. So the 25, the 31, and the 21 all hit you?
Yes.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3. And then... Take 29 points of damage after halved. And I'll take us back to Gradia. And actually, he rotates around you.
Oh no.
Guadia is going to rotate around him.
Okay.
He is going to chug another greater.
Okay.
And he is going to go and attack him again with his greatsword.
A miss and a crit. I don't think he has a defensive reaction. Let me double check.
And then since I get GWM, I am going to hit him again because of the crit. And I am going to use the Bardic Inspiration.
Which will hit, makes those two hit. So it's 29, 30 damage.
55.
And 25. Okay.
Oh, and I forgot the count off for the crit for his first attack was 20 or 30 more.
Yeah, I got that. So in total,
Okay.
it was 55. All right. Azuri.
Noticing that they're getting closer, she's gonna move.
Run, Azuri, run! Which direction?
Probably, yeah, around there. Not like a little bit behind Guadia. Like,
Yeah, as long as you're within 25 feet, like you're within that line, you can move wherever you'd like. Anywhere you'd like. There you go.
very close, like right there. She's gonna cast her last Bardic Inspiration on Guadia and her healing word 4th level.
Okay. It's just an absurd modifier, yeah. $14. All right. And that is turn. So he's going to start with his 3 main hand attacks, and then we'll see where you're at. 24, 16, misses.
Does not.
17.
17 does not.
Okay. So 17 halved is... Why can I do math? 8. Give me a perception check. Gradia. Give me a perception check, Azuri. A little higher, Gradia missed it. Raging makes sense. Neither of you notice. Okay, Gradia.
Alrighty, Guadia is going to go and attack again.
Both miss.
And as his bonus, he will use another greater healing.
And Argus says, I've chosen to fight you straight up. You look down, he's got what look to be superior healing potions on his belt. Azuri.
Oh gosh. She's gonna take a shot at him.
Okay. That will miss.
Darn. Healing word radio. Second level spell.
Okay. Check something here. Continue. So healing word on Guadia. Second level. Alright. So you get the 12 healing, Guadia?
Got it.
Alright.
It's also gonna move.
Okay. Do you need me to help or are you just going short distance?
She's gonna go that way.
I'm going to your
Actually,
bottom corner.
This way.
You can go up to that line, roughly. Okay. And there's your turn. Gradia. He's going to hit you a lot.
Okay.
Or potentially. 30.
30 hits. 16 does not. 15 does
Miss.
not.
So that's the 3 from that. Bonus action to swing. 23. Hits, right?
Hits.
Action surge because he's above 17th level. 1.
29 hits.
Miss.
15 does not. 32
hits.
does.
That's all the attacks. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 hits.
Yes.
So that one hit. Let's use the bottom one. That one. Well, he missed half of his attacks. So I mean that's a plus. Uh, 46 points of damage after halved. And then he does this. Tink. We continue the dance, Guadia.
You are quite a fighter, Quadia says in Orcish as he circles around the man. And then he is going to try to strike with this. Not hit. Try to hit with that. Does not hit.
Okay.
And it's probably not even going to matter at this point. He's going to go ahead and use as his bonus his greater healing again.
Guadia is just going out of... I hope you're not measuring your spells out.
Me? Spells? I don't know what you're talking about.
Because I will counterspell it. There's a reason we're playing without a grid right now.
Butt nugget.
Alright, that is Gradia's turn. Azuri.
Getting closer, so she's gonna move.
Which direction, dear?
Not that direction. Not that direction either. That direction.
You can pretty much make it to the corner of the map.
She's not gonna completely corner herself. She will cast Healing Word.
Okay.
Again. At...
No, Gradia's put up a really good fight. This is a lot closer than I expected it to be. I am impressed.
Yeah.
Gradia carry.
But she's gonna still
Guadia
do
has
Healing Word at 4th level. And she's also, since she still has an action, she's gonna shoot at him.
Okay. 15 healing to Gradia. And a miss.
Guadia has one trick up his sleeve, and that's relentless endurance for when this goes really bad, because I see it coming.
Oh yeah, he can make it there. Take an attack of opportunity.
Alrighty. Great sword.
Oh.
And no!
Oh. He just looks down, and for the first time he speaks common. Enough of 2 sources of healing, dear. And he's gonna hit you. 23. We'll take this attack by attack. I don't want to accidentally kill. Yep, that's the wrong thing. 20 damage.
Oof. She's still standing.
Miss. 18.
So, like, a sword swings, it hits her, and then
misses
she
again.
swings again, and she ducks.
Oh yeah. 18 hit.
It just barely hits.
22 more damage.
So how much is that?
22, 42 damage. You have 8 hit points. You can do it right on your token, by the way, in the red. If you click in the red bar. And then, yeah, he won't be able to heal this turn. He's gonna knock you out. As Azuri goes down. And is immediately picked up by the clerics and taken. Gradia.
We believe
With
Gradia.
butt flap hanging open.
He just, butt flap is fully open. Pants have fallen down at this point.
No, not
All the
pants.
running. Yep, all the running. 18. You still have a bardic inspiration. A 21 will meet. For 23. He's still up. And a 9 will miss. Anything else, Gradia?
Oh Lord, I guess I might as well use my one of my last 2 greater healings to try to keep me up.
You can do this, man. We all 5 of us collapse. Believe in you.
You guys are sitting there in the thing watching. I mean, you guys are. You know,
Oh, okay.
Okay.
yeah, you're not unconscious. You're able to watch. You're just
We're in
standing next to the other NPCs. You've been healed to
Okay.
full, wounds tended to.
Raise your arms, guys. Give him your power.
I give him an imaginary bardic support.
Okay, that is that. That will take us to his turn. A
Us will
30,
play her.
a 28, and a 23.
Those hit.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. And we have 4 plus 9 plus 11 plus 30 points of damage. And then he's gonna fight her. It's a D10 plus fighter level. He's gonna second wind this turn for 23. And that'll take us to Gradia. So we only use 1 expansion of those. First one hits, second one misses. Yeah, you can only use it once. 9. Okay. 9! Anything else, Gradia? Using the last one.
I guess I might as well.
Hey, you're putting up one hell of a fight. Firefly is cheering you on. as are all 14 viewers. I need to see something. Let's see how those retweets are. Well, not enough yet. Can't give you advantage. I am sorry. And here they come. So, 31. Miss. 25 is a hit. 20? I know what your AC is, so that's what I'm asking. Only the 16 miss?
Only the 16.
3, and then I roll 3 damage, so 1, 2, and I rolled 1 extra time. So I only rolled enough damages. 31 points of damage this turn. And that takes us back to Radia, as he's just slamming through. I mean, really, you're watching them just stand there. You know, the knees at this point of both of them are buckling, but they are standing up. Did you take the 31 off your token?
No, I haven't taken it yet. I was reading in chat real quick.
Oh yeah, they're going crazy.
Go use headbutt to the nads. Oh Lord.
Double check the tweet before you go. We're 2 away. I'm sorry, Ben. You got to take your turn.
Yep, I know. Only so much delaying that a person can do.
Hold on. Spartans, I just want to point out that you butchered the spelling. I'm not going to hold that against you. Gradia, you can go ahead and roll a superior healing potion, as Spartans has given you his power. You're a hiya in the distance, and a health container shows up over your head. And you may heal Doc 25 hit points.
Oh, thank you, Spartans. Everyone thank him. Oh, God.
The power of Wolf compels me. Let's hope that the dice do just as well.
Things are looking pretty dicey, aren't they?
Very dicey.
You need to be quiet.
A chibi airplane attacks.
A nat 20. This might end it. For 17.
And I get an extra attack because of the fact of GWM.
Just one. So 7. So 17 and 7 because of Savage.
Nope.
Is 24. He is still up. He's not very high. Had you hit, you probably would have dropped him. So, comes back. 1, 2,
Exchanging them nat
3,
20s.
4. All those hit, right?
Yep.
So we're going to do it this way. We're going to go attack by attack. So that's 17 damage halved is 8.
Minus 8. Still
Then
up.
we'll do the 10 and the storm. So 12 is 6. Just because the relentless endurance will come into play. That's why we're going with attack
Yep,
by
still
attack.
up.
Yep. And then 16 and 5. 21 is another 10 off.
Still up.
And that's that's 3 pairs. And the steel sword for 12. And 21, another 10 off.
Still up.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
This is
gosh.
the battle of endurance. Guadia, it is your turn.
Oh, good lord. Great sword.
Miss
sword.
and a miss.
And I am going to use my bonus action to go for the headbutt to the nuts.
Okay. And
And
a
I
miss.
miss.
He tried though. He tried. He took the opportunity. And
Yep.
now will be his turn. So 20, a miss, and 18
18 misses.
misses. Okay, so 1 hit so far, 2 hits. There is a legitimate chance he survives this, by the way.
I'm not looking up.
17. So
That one
is-
would bring me
brings you
down.
1, and the next one comes through and knocks you down. So you watch as there's this thunderous crack across like Guadia's jaw, and you see his knees buckle, and one hand hits the ground off his greatsword, and he pushes himself back up, almost out of defiance. And he just looks, the rage flickering in his eyes. And then you just watch, there's a nod. And the second one is just a punch across his jaw, which drops Gradius to the ground. And the clerics come over. And you're out of combat.
Joshua sees this and nods, knowing it was a well-fought battle. Despite him dying, literally on the first turn.
Unconscious, not dying.
The rest of you guys
Dying.
see. The rest of you guys see is the clerics. They don't rush immediately to Gradia. They rush towards Jorgar to heal him, and he shakes him off and points to Gradia. As they pick you up, Gradia, fully healing you. You basically get dumped a bunch of healing spells into you. And there's just, as you know, your eyes blink open, there's a single hand out to help you up from him.
Guido will extend his hand, take his hand respectfully in a warrior's grasp, and pull himself up.
Pulls you right up. And he says, in common now to all of you, there's heart in all of you. We'll have work for you. Very well. And he kind of pats Grady on the shoulder. He goes, when you think you're ready, we'll 1v1 next time in here.
Guido gives a nod and says, this is definitely a well-fought development, considering I was one of the people that was at the siege against the Knolls.
They tried to siege us. It didn't go well for them. There's a big smile on his face. And then you watch him as he walks over to Azuri.
To who?
You.
cut out.
To you, Azuri.
Ooh.
And he kneels down and goes... He looks at it, goes... And just pulls something out and hands you a small, like, little golden coin. But it's not like currency. It's more of a token. And he says, you're no toddler. Go get some real stuff made. And he just smiles and stands up and walks away from him.
She was getting all hyped up, and all of a sudden she's like,
Fine. I'll find something.
So, you guys, Mistin comes back to you, and it's very well. It was interesting to see you guys fight. She goes, you'll want to take that to the tailor. Is there anything else we can get you before you take your journey home?
To the tailor! Wherever that is.
The one you went to.
Okay.
I'll get you the name again. Scrolls down. The Unlucky Needle is the name of it, by the way.
No, we didn't
Never
get
asked.
that name. We got the names
Unlucky
of the
Ne-
shopkeepers.
You never asked
Oathkin
them.
and Lonnie Stormbringer.
So as you guys make your way out, all your wounds patched. Definitely some respect gained. Azuri, you walk in and you put down the token, and you see the biggest smile on Lycan Stormfinder's face. And he says, one moment. And you see as his wife pulls out this long gold needle. Those of you, the casters, immediately know that it's magic. She gets your size, and then she goes in the room. He offers you drinks over the hour or so it takes him to craft. And Azuri, a small set, your size, of basically what he was wearing, like a battle-armored, like fur-lined coat, pants, and with like a nice hat, is given to you, presented out of like beautiful hides, and they present you with this small. It's not like armor; it's more clothing, but you get basically what they're wearing. And Guadia,
no butt flap.
no butt flap, unless you request it.
Good. No.
And Guadia, a set in your size is also presented to you. As the last two standing. It's probably much nicer than what you were wearing currently.
Yeah, because he's mostly in fur-lined traveler's gear.
Yeah, this is like complete cold weather. It's really nice.
At least no one made fun of Joshua.
Gets out of town.
So, here's the real question. How are y'all getting back?
Oh no.
Oh, well.
Sumter!
Did he leave?
Sumter?
Yes. What?
Dimensional door.
That's 500 feet.
I'm taking this circle again? What should we ask?
You're very quiet, Peppers.
Wait, we got here via circle, right?
Yeah.
We got here by the circle, but we were dropped off outside of town.
Because they
Guess
don't
we're asking
have a
for
circle.
directions?
You asked for directions? Okay. I will give you directions. Per the map. Give me
Why
one
not?
second.
I know
Oh,
we don't
no.
want to spend money. Why don't we just buy somebody like to taxi us back?
You really think someone would taxi us back there? For a reasonable
Yeah.
cost?
It's a
Okay,
week away.
so they give you. You're gonna go south for 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you're gonna go across the tundra for about 7 days south, and then you'll come to the Dig Boulder Pass. That takes about 3 days to traverse, and then it's only from there. It's only it's only about another 3 days before you get to the outskirts of Thorlador, and you can get a teleportation circle from there. So it's about 2 weeks to the nearest teleportation circle that they would send you to.
And meanwhile, most of the party still don't have winter gear.
How about we ask, Jorger?
Who's not with you?
Head back and ask him.
We could try to have a message sent to
Hey,
the number 2 and
Adora.
ask it.
The door opens up and it looks to you. A freezing elf walks in. Close. Immediately, he's carrying a book, and he looks well out of place.
Hi, out of place elf.
That's
You're just like
you,
us.
you speak common. Oh, that's lovely. No one understands what I say.
Yes, that is the thing. They only know giant.
I should have researched it before I came here.
Yeah,
Made
so should
mistakes.
we have.
At least I have a way home. At least I have a way home.
Are you alright? Guadia asks in Elvish.
Cold. Oh, you're one of those dantees. I've heard about you.
Are there any, like, stray pieces of wood around?
No, you're in the middle of a shop.
Oh.
You do not want to light a fire in the middle of a shop.
Is there
I
any
thought
way
we
we
were
can
serious.
get back out
Probably.
of here?
But there's a
We
portal
found-
right. There's a portal right in front of us. We'll take our roll where we end up.
Hey,
We're trying
You
to
say
make a
you're cold?
return back to Cortia.
Yes, just cold. Very, very, very cold.
oh, sorry, I interrupted.
Is there a teleportation circle somewhere out the other end of that portal?
The portal. The door opened. If you consider the door a portal, then yes. Somewhere out there in the wide, wide world, there is a teleportation circle.
How about we just ask this? Do you know how to teleport us back to, say, Cortia or a city with a teleportation
Yeah,
circle?
I've been to Cortia before.
Can you teleport us back there?
Sure. Sticks his hands up and starts drawing a circle on the ground, and just says, "Goodbye," and just flashes you all back to Cortia. Next time, have a full plan. That should be
Thank
me.
you, plot convenience.
So,
Convenience, thank
at that point, we will say goodbye to Twitch. We'll be back shortly.
Bye,
with-
Twitches!
With a Penrith
Twitchers.
game, I believe.
Bye,
And,
Twitch.
They almost KO'd the guy that wasn't supposed to be KO'd. Good job. Until next time, Twitch.